Over the last 9 years, millions have entered the arena with dreams of becoming a champion. Today, 3 of the world's best take this stage, but only one can take the crown.
There we go. All right, guys.
Will it be
We
Lights?
are here, chat. All right. The finals are here, guys. Just in time. Cole Salute with the heart meets. What's good, everyone? What is freaking good, chat? What is good, everyone? Okay. What's good, everyone? What's good? What's good? What's good?
Or sub.
Okay. W's. Lock in chat. They gonna call me up? No, dead ass, guys. I'm gonna be in here.
Who will answer the call?
I'm gonna be in here, guys. Don't worry.
Is the
What's good, Connor? Guys, Mateo with the heart me.
Finals.
Mo, come on! I'm rooting for Mo, guys.
Sunday. Honorable mention they aren't.
All right. Okay.
Now.
Guys, I'm backstage right now. I'm live streaming it. Come on now. You got this, Mo. Exactly. Yo, it's good. Only Ghost or Lonely Ghost. Mo's gonna get the W.
Day 1 was absolutely electric here at the CRL.
Are we logging into Clash right now?
Finals at DreamHack Atlanta. As quickly as the day is going
guys,
to begin, we will
I have my
already
yogurt
be
here.
2 of those
We're gonna freaking lock in. Okay.
Dark up and down low. That should get on tower. The Golden Knights on tower, but there's not enough time.
Let's lock in. Let's lock in, guys. Brandon with the heart me. Thank you, guys.
Repeat a lower bracket run to be the first and ever 3-time world
champion. Come on, chat. Go Mo Light, guys. I'm rooting for Mo Light. I am, Elliot. I am.
A mistake with the lock.
Okay. Rip the sandbox. Yo, what's good, everyone on Purple F YT? What is good, everyone?
Sweet. Fireball trying to create the connection here. Is there a more?
I got my yogurt ready, chat. We're ready to watch the frickin' finals, man.
Oh my word, Mohammed.
It is gonna be crazy, guys. Go get your snacks. Go get your popcorn. Let's lock in tonight. Or this afternoon. It's gonna be great. Callie with the rose. Oh wait, I didn't even realize I didn't have a live goal.
Sandbox's dream run finally comes to an end.
Hold on.
From the GOAT.
W Callie, I'm going after this. Okay. You're my snack? Joe with the heart, me Taylor with the finger heart. Okay. Yeah, let's go 60. Okay, perfect. Guys, no one, it just started, by the way, guys. Bong with the heart me.
That is huge domination. Now, Barrel on the left-hand side.
GG, well played, is dramatic. Oh my word. Takes it, 11:07 to 10:10.
What a day, chat. Yo, what's good, everyone? How is everyone doing on this early-ass stream? How's everyone doing, guys? When will the game start? I have no clue. Good call. Riley over Mo? Dude, Riley didn't even qual. Wait, I'm going purple.
Day 2 of the CRL 2025 World Finals at DreamHack Atlanta had all the action we could have possibly asked for, and then some. Players did their absolute best to scrape and survive the brutal Day 2, which had elimination after elimination.
W Corbin with the follow on purple app.
10 down to just 3 remaining, and now we have finally arrived to this glorious day, this Day 3.
This glorious
day on Earth.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. My name is Joshua AC Sharon, and joining me is Jackson.
Like, Juicy's just so handsome, man. Like, not even on some sus shit.
This is going to be a fantastic day, but before we get into this action, I do want to hear your thoughts. What really stood out to you from Day 2's play?
From millisecond Monk abilities to subs upset, sending Mo to the lower bracket. Yesterday was filled with chaos and astounding Clash Royale gameplay.
Brandon, why are you
but enough about
year? Dude, I was close.
Let's focus
on
the finals at hand, Josh.
Why don't you hate
chaos
Jinxie?
is the perfect way to describe it. We have so many storylines. The battle of the best friends up in the upper bracket, and then you have to worry about it. You know, there's so much money on the line. If you lose, you get thrown to the wolves. You get thrown down to Muhammad Light,
not
where
really
he
a
reigns
time. It
supreme
says
in that lower bracket. You have to worry about that. But before we dive too deep into the upcoming action, talk to me about the format ahead.
So looking at the format, you know, we started with 12 players. It's a double elimination bracket.
Dude, I got my yogurt with me, guys. Go get some snacks. We're about to witness history, chat.
From here on out, we are doing best of 5 duels formatting. And if you don't know what that means, it means you cannot repeat any cards within the entire best of 5. So it's going to get really down to the nitty-gritty when it comes to picking those cards in the last game. And of course, the last player standing is crowned the world champion, taking home a boatload of cash.
Notice how you didn't call. Let's go, Cassie.
Let's take a look at the prize pool because there's $500,000 in total. But here we are. We're down to the top 3. We don't have to worry about the
guys,
fourth.
See that first spot?
None of that matters anymore.
200 bands, that's mine.
If you go out on stage today, you lose everything. You still walk away with $50,000.
When does it start? It says soon. There's not really a time
They
yet.
didn't come here today for that. No,
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure most people want Mo to win.
Or that first place.
Keep in mind, guys, Mo lost to Sub, and they might have to play again. So lock in, guys.
Kind of show you guys how we got to where we are. Today,
you got winning, Mo.
Obviously,
I want Mo to win.
The last 3 players we have left are Sub, Pedro, and Mohamed Light. Mohamed Light was cruising off of that.
Was cruising?
Basically,
I don't know if I'd say cruising.
But then Sub, like I said in the intro, sent him down to the lower bracket where he had to play against Ian, one of the fan favorites. He also ended up taking my dark horse pick out of the tournament.
Let's go, Jay.
With
Jay with the Heart Man and the Donut, guys. Sounds are
and
off.
then once again, Sub and Pedro, we talked about the storyline. These guys, they are friends, they are practice partners, and they are in the upper bracket here. And
see,
once again,
Sub and Pedro are gonna have to play. And whoever wins that's gonna have to play Mo.
Yeah, it's gonna be absolutely incredible. Sub, Pedro, and Mohamed Light. Day number 3 of the CRL World Finals. Look, the action's gonna be incredible. The storylines are great. And you know, how do you even predict who's going to be able to win this? Yes, Mo is in the losing bracket, but you know, he's born for that. I really do want to see what the audience is thinking. Because,
this is the last day. This is the finals.
We get out here and we say what we want to say, but I'd like to see what everyone else is saying. And he's in the lower bracket. How does this make sense? 78% of everybody.
Like, just lines of aura right here, guys. Just lines of aura.
I love this. 78% for Mo to win. I think there's a few reasons why the community is shaping up like this. Number 1, Mohamed Light has done the lower bracket run before. Number 2, this is best of 5s. We have never done best of 5s formatting in World Finals before. And I think it's one of the hardest things to do,
probably
to beat Mo 3 times.
Bro, it's definitely like Flying Machine or Boss Man.
I wouldn't want to have to go up against Mo again and again. So talk to me about this best of 5 format. What should we really be expecting? Should we be seeing new cards that we haven't seen so far today? Are we going to see mostly the same meta?
Yeah, I think that, you know, it's mostly going to be similar, but you're going to start to see some cards kind of take the place of others, especially when it comes to spells. I was talking with a few ex-pros beforehand, and I think there's even a chance we see Void, a spell that's almost never used.
The Mo claims
well deserved.
I mean, he's probably going to win.
Once we get to the late game.
Yeah,
he's probably going to win.
Very interesting, but let's
But I mean, he does have to win 3 series in a row.
That is coming up with Sub and Pedro.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very excited for this.
Who's the final? It's Sub, Mo, and Pedro, right?
Battle of Brazil. It's going to be really exciting.
I think
once
it's
again,
Sub, Mo, and Pedro.
Partners, 2 friends.
Is this live? It is.
Same country.
Good thing with the Rose.
Head to head.
Could people bet on who wins?
Let's
Good
go
question. I have no clue.
The highlights here to see what
I have no
happened
clue, to be
yesterday.
honest.
Acho que, pô, é o campeonato mais importante do mundo do jogo, então.
Did you get the emo, bro? I didn't even know anything about the points until recently, so I'm not even gonna get the badge. Good thing for the Heart Man.
The Skellies take out the doctor, and that's gonna do it.
Sendo bem honesto, eu fico muito feliz em enfrentar o Sub, porque pra mim esse ano ele com certeza é um dos melhores jogadores juntamente com o Mohamed Light. Eu mesmo também acho que eu estou entre os melhores.
Game over, Pedro, reverse sweep to win it.
Então vai ser realmente uma partida muito incrível e eu tô muito
ansioso pra
gente jogar.
What time are they supposed to play? It says starting soon. I really don't know a specific time, to be honest. Did Riley not qual? No, Riley didn't qual, guys.
Representing the same coach.
All right.
Representing the same team.
Guys, I think it's about to start.
Representing the same country.
I think it's about to start, guys.
Best of friends battling it out in our first ever best of 5 at World Finals. 1 moves on with a guaranteed minimum, number 2 in the world, and a $100,000 check. The other is sent down to the lower bracket where Mohamed Light awaits, seeking his 3rd crown and making history here at CRL. Who will come out on top? The greatest battle of Brazil begins now.
Bro, this dude's just yapping.
Introducing first, our reigning world number 4. Give it up for Cal Sub!
W's? W's? Alright, guys, we are finally freaking starting, man. Holy shit. Yes, this is the final.
Peanut butter on Ritz crackers earned.
W, guys, get y'all freaking snacks.
His opponent, number 2
get
in the
y'all
world
snacks,
in
chat.
2023. Make some noise for Cal Pedro!
This is a best of 5. I'm pretty sure this is a best of 5, chat. Right? Isn't it Pedro and Sub best of 5? It's not a best of 3.
Yes, dual battles.
I don't think it's a best of 3. I think it's a best of 5.
One of the biggest storylines, in my opinion, is the fact that they have the same coach.
Yeah.
This entire
Is
weekend,
Drill
we've
Wallbreakers
been
playable?
talking
100%,
about Sub's
100%.
consistency and Pedro's excellence in gameplay, but really behind the scenes, he has an incredible coach who has really put them in some incredible positions. Now they are doing it by themselves.
Yeah, I love that you brought that up. You know, picking by yourself without any help from your coach can be something that's a little bit daunting for a lot of these players. You know, a lot of them do have experience because on
that his
stage
coach
you
right
have
there?
to be
Holy
able
aura.
to do that. But at the same time, you know,
Best
the
of
other
5 build battles?
conversation
Alright,
is
bet.
these
Best of
guys
5?
have been
Okay,
practicing
gotcha,
together
gotcha.
all year. So they really kind of know each other's play styles. They know each other's habits. And there's just going to be so many mind games that play in with this match.
And so it really does make you
Yo,
question,
it was
are you going to go just real
This is gonna be
comfort in the first
crazy.
couple games and then try and get cute, try and get tricky?
This is gonna be
or are you
actually
just
insane.
really getting wild early on? What would you do if you're one of these players?
Honestly, I think I go for comfort. Pedro, for example, I was talking with Ian's coach, Ismail. He said that Pedro is the best Roll Giant player in the world currently. And he actually played Roll Giant every single set against Ian in practice, and they didn't want to practice with him anymore because he was so good with it. So I think if I'm Pedro, I'm going with that.
Go Sub.
Yeah, and here we take a look at the graphic friend to foe. And yeah, these guys are going to be matching up all the time. We've seen it this year, last year, previous year. And I like that Brazilian showdown, consistency king. I mean, this is just going to be a brilliant matchup, and it's so hard to choose between the two players. Both players have that different part of them. Pedro,
Thank
obviously,
with the heart,
one of the
thank
best
you.
minor players, one of the best RG
Thank you guys
players.
for all the donos.
And then, I mean, with Sub,
Jules with the follow.
what do you say about him? I mean, it just feels like every single deck,
Perception,
he
kinda.
just knows how to play
Kinda.
macro and micro. There's just no tiny errors.
Yeah, I mean,
So
once
much
again,
yap.
if you're
Get
gonna
to
be
the
consistent,
gameplay.
you need to be able to play every
Holy
single
moly,
deck
get to the
a T.
gameplay.
And we saw that yesterday in a minor poison mirror matchup
I did,
against
Mike. We
Mo.
watched it
He was
live.
somehow able to win. I don't even want to understand how many games he's played with that deck in order to make that happen.
Yo, staff ignored me. Smitty, that's the first chat
And here
you've
we
typed.
go. We should be seeing some incredible decks soon. And we should be seeing some audience predictions as well. Because,
Dude, exactly.
look, this is going to be one of the closer battles between these two players. How do you choose?
Danielle with the
and
heartbeat.
wow, this is exactly what should be happening. 51% for
Oh my
Sub,
goodness.
49% for Pedro. This is exactly what I
They live
expected.
on 3
50-50
platforms.
down the line.
We ain't
Now let's take a
getting
look
no
at the
response.
caster predictions. And I'm wondering
Yo,
if we're
thank
going to
you,
see
Ben.
50-50 too. I chose Pedro. Now, who did you go
I'm not
for?
gonna lie, I also
Okay.
chose Pedro. We're gonna see what the
Brother,
other
it's
casters pick as well.
50-50.
Wow,
Holy
okay, we go
moly.
50-50 with Andrew and Rich.
Holy
I mean,
moly.
Josh, just talk to me a little bit
1v1
about
me?
why
I'm not-
you chose
I'm not
Pedro
even on
compared
Clash
to
right
Sub
now.
here.
Yeah, I mean,
Nah,
I
you're
think I do
yapping.
have to give a lot
Double
of credit
pick.
to
Yo,
just
can they get
finishing
into the
second in the
gameplay?
world in
Holy
2023.
shit.
It's clear that he can do it on the big stage, and in those incredibly
Am I, like,
tight
weird
moments,
for
he's
that?
going to be
But I just want
making
them to
the
get
right
in the gameplay.
decisions. Sub so far hasn't proven it to be able to get there yet, and so that's the only difference between these two players. They are neck and neck.
Well said. You know, I love that graphic. You know, best World Finals finish from Sub was 4th place last year, but really his best finish is guaranteed 3rd place this year as well.
Yo, let's get egg.
This is such an important matchup. I cannot wait to see
get on Clash, they be yapping.
We're going to be seeing here. I would love to see a Minor Poison versus RG, just best deck versus best deck, and we're going to be hopping straight
deadass. Yo, Juicy.
gameplay, guys.
Holy fuck, finally. Okay.
Clash Royale World Finals 2025, DreamHack Atlanta, underway.
A rage from Pedro.
Guys,
lock
right the hell in. Okay.
He's got some beat down. Once again, guys, it is best of 5 duels. So we're going to start seeing a little bit of weird spells, weird combinations. Because it doesn't just matter later in the match, it matters now, saving certain spells.
I want Sub to win,
and the crowd erupts with the king. The crowd here in Atlanta is insane.
Yeah, every single time anything happens, they go off, and you just love to see it. Right?
Are they both running RG?
King Tower, and then going in with the Hunter behind. Monk is going to pop its ability on Pedro's end, and now a Monk ability from Sub, but it doesn't really get that much value.
Okay.
So it looks like we're just heading into a Roll Giant Mirror matchup. Pedro opting to use the Evo Wizard, Sub with the Evo Hunter. I would say Evo Hunter is a little bit more valuable in this situation, but at the same time, it's also more Monk value as well.
Yeah, we're going to see the rest of the decks soon. Fisherman coming in for Sub. Going to be able to clean that up very nicely with the Fisherman and the guards, but a second shot is going to rain down on the tower from Pedro's RG.
A perfect Electro Spirit to prevent all Roll Giant damage from Pedro. And this is why I mentioned earlier that Pedro is considered the best Roll Giant player at the moment. I mean, he just knows every single interaction. But I think a big thing to notice also is the fact that Pedro has Rage. You know, if Sub does have the log
you won't be able to see
for
their
the
face
knockback on RG and for the guards, that could be a big difference maker.
And right here, Sub electing to go all in, gets the Evo RG right in front of the Hunter. And so the Evo RG in response, and that Monk ability is brilliant from Pedro. Takes only 1 shot, and the crowd starts to erupt. Pedro does take a slight advantage.
There is the log from Sub. Really good plays by Pedro with the deflection of the Roll Giant.
All right, I thought y'all wanted to see their face.
And he continues to get damage as well. I would say that this log could be huge later down the line, though.
And here we go, Fisherman against Fisherman. Fisherman going to put in a lot of work. Hunter is going to be able to get a lot of damage, but the Rage plus the Vines doesn't do enough. And Sub defends it with the skin of his teeth.
Another Roll Giant the bridge. Pedro pre-placing the Monk in the middle area in order to try to get the RG deflection. We will see it drop now.
Yo, that's a crazy Monk ability.
RG not getting enough, doesn't get the second shot. The Monk is able to place his hands on top of the RG's body and gets taken off the arena.
What?
And another Monk set up with the Hunter. We're going to see another Roll Giant in soon. Pedro trying to control it with the Fisherman.
Wow,
with the deflection on the Wizard. Deflection.
Holy shit!
And that's splashing on tower.
And right here, Sub, I mean, it wasn't the best start, but so far he has been playing this beautifully.
Sub, you're doing great, man.
Finally, Pedro has played an RG. It felt like we went 2.5 minutes before he played an RG down.
And Sub's going to keep up the pressure. Another Evo Roll Giant. Evo Wizards on the board with the Vines. The Vine, will it prevent the Monk ability from dropping? Wait, he does get off. It is deflecting the Wizard. Roll Giant is on the tower.
Sub wins, jeez.
The Fisherman doesn't yank. The Fisherman doesn't yank. The RG plus the Fireball. Game 1 goes to Sub.
That wasn't even close.
He's going wild. Sub with an
holy shit.
Going against Pedro's best deck.
That wasn't even close, man.
Takes the win.
That was not even close. Wow. Sub.
Can we even call
it
an upset at this point?
Holy
Should we be saying Sub is the favorite? Do we forget
what a
about
goat,
consistency? Maybe it's just the greatest in the world. He's trying to show it on this stage, and that this is a phenomenal
That's incredible.
RG versus RG.
W freaking Sub.
I mean, we're talking about it. He's the best.
Dude,
RG
that was the
player
fastest
in the world,
CRL match I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah, we're going to be looking at the deck right here. So the main difference is here, once again, Sub has the log, better for guards, better for knocking back
commentator,
RG,
dude, I know.
And Rage, you know, it's
Evo
helpful.
Hogs don't seem that busted.
The Vines, it's strong, but I cannot believe at the end, the Vines just couldn't stop that Monk ability from popping. And don't get me started on the Monk deflection splashing on the Wizard and the tower.
Holy crap,
yeah, that was just gorgeous, beautiful activation of the ability. And what are your thoughts on the Vine? Because
this is why we
it
clash?
just felt like it didn't get enough
This is why
value.
we clash?
It felt like he should have had the right defense. I mean, in that last moment, you know, the Wizard plus the Vines, it should have been able to defend it cleanly. Instead, he was able to run away with it.
Yeah, I think the Vine, you know, it did the best it could. You know, obviously Pedro is trying to save more important spells for later in this best of 5. Sub, I like the strategy though as well, just to use one of the 2 best spells of the game. He goes with the log, he goes with the fireball, he gets a win under his belt, and now he has the momentum.
They change every round? They can't reuse one of the cards.
Tournament, the Royal Ghost Evolution. It feels like the strongest card in the game right now. And it makes you think.
I don't know.
When do you use it in this set? Are you trying to delay and force your opponent to think, okay, this could be the game?
Like, what
or
is
do you
this
just
chat?
use it in game 2? I mean, Sub or Pedro, both of them. I want to know what your thoughts are on that.
So my thoughts right now, if I'm Sub, I am going to try to finish this best of 5 as quickly as possible. Since he's used 2 of the main spells now, he wants to get this best of 5 done in 3 games.
Brady, there's a lot
to not give Pedro time.
Not as much as yesterday, but it's probably going to go on for like
in
3 hours.
The remainder of his card pool in order to make that reverse sweep potentially happen.
Okay, so you like the Evo Ghost in game number 2?
Yes, I would say Sub should use the Evo Ghost. If I'm Pedro, you know, that's the mind games. That's the greatness of this game. This game is already started on this stage. We just don't know it yet.
They lucky I got
hop into this match, I'm gonna say I think Pedro should bring a good counter to the Ghost.
All right, chat.
Like
Next game. Next game.
Wow, and Sub already using the minion horde. Mortar
Lock
on
in.
offense for Pedro. There's a couple different options with a minion horde deck. You can sometimes use the zap to try and get the miners to protect for your minion horde.
Ronnie with the heartbeat, Gracie with the rose.
Slower, using the
Out with
arrows,
the 23
trying to
roses.
get. It's probably looking like it's going to be a mortar versus mortar.
Miner is getting cleaned up very nicely by the Berserker. Pedro going with one of his comforts, another one of his comforts in the mortar. Boss Bandit variation that we saw Mo kind of bring into this CRL mini meta yesterday.
Skeleton King gonna walk down the lane. Boss Bandit has been one of those cards that's been very surprising. I mean, it's just great how valuable it is. And this Mother Witch is gonna put on work on the right. And if the Boss Bandit doesn't take out the Skeleton King, we could be seeing a GG. Instead, the Boss Bandit does take it out. That could have been incredibly dangerous for Pedro, and no dash from the Boss Bandit.
Mortar to the bridge. We have a Mortar Mirror matchup. Goblin Gang is not getting hit by the
Berserker's on tower. Holy shit!
Mortar from Pedro as well. So once again, Sub kind of wandering into Pedro's territory since he has a little bit more expertise with these kind of decks.
Is he just going to let the Ghost go?
It does mess up with the Royal Ghost. He was a little bit delayed, and with the help of the Vines, that's going to take out the Ewiz and get another shot. Skeleton Barrel on 3
I would never make that play.
Is going to be able to clean that up nicely. Would have liked to see maybe a little bit different tile placement. I felt like he could have protected a few more of those minions.
Gang has to drop down to defend this minion horde.
Okay.
And I think the card to watch out here, if you're in the crowd, is the Mother Witch. The Mother Witch is going to be huge in this matchup to deal with Skeleton Barrels and the Goblin Gang. Pedro, on the other hand, is going to want to use that Boss Bandit, try and protect those units and dash onto that Mother Witch.
Last card for Pedro should be the Fireball, so it looks like he's just kind of delaying, trying to figure out when he should be using it. But I mean, we've seen the Minion Horde get placed multiple times, Mother Witch as well, and he hasn't used it, so it could be lagging. There's a couple different things that he could be doing with it.
Yeah,
might be
the Minion Horde.
Ooh,
I think it's a great call.
Holy
Minion Horde
shit.
super strong this matchup.
Wow.
And the General Jerry is pushing forward as well. Evo's Skeleton Barrel's forced on defense, and the pressure is mounting here for Pedro. Will he be able to defend versus the Skeleton King ability versus the Evo Ghost?
Yeah, that Ewiz putting in a ton of work, cleaning up everything very nicely. The Boss Bandit will
the Boss
help
Bandit's
out
gonna
as
win him
well
the game.
in a defensive mortar, Sub recognizing that he spent a lot of elixir and didn't get a ton of value. And yes, these Minion Hordes are fantastic. And yeah, the Fireball is the card in Pedro's deck. This Skeleton Army does defend pretty well, but Pedro does take the lead.
Yes, Pedro taking the damage lead, Skeleton King in the back, filling up the ability from the Lost Souls of the Skeleton Army. And I like this placement by Pedro, playing the mortar one tile lower, but Sub knows he can pressure the ops lane because of that.
So going into overtime, both towers very close, and you know, when you look at the matchup, Pedro does have a slight lead, but who do you think has the advantage?
The advantage here, I mean, it's tough. I would say maybe Pedro, he has a little bit more damage, like basically lock damage with the fireball. The Electro Wizard kind of acts as a secondary spell as well.
Oh shit.
These skeleton barrels are so difficult to defend, forces out the defensive miner, and Pedro screams into the lead. I mean, Sub just doesn't have a small spell, and so every time the skeleton barrel locks onto the tower, I mean, an Evo Skelly barrel on the tower means GG, so he has to protect.
Vines dropping, Evo Ghost as well, trying to clear this gang. He wants the mortar connection, but the mortars take out each other, and the Evo Ghost is controlled masterfully.
Good offensive pressure, didn't overextend Mother Wish to try and get one of these piggies to go on the map, and Minion Horde over the middle, and a defensive skeleton barrel gonna clean up everything beautiful. That Minion Horde is just gone.
And this is exactly how Muhammad Light likes to play. He gets the damage lead, and then he continues to use his Evos even on defense. And I think Pedro's taking a lot of that gameplay from him. I mean, I love the use of the Evo Skeleton Barrel to deal with the Minion Horde. Will the General oh my goodness, the General Jerry barely gets taken out of the Evos.
And right here, just Skarmy plus Skeleton King Larry's in right there. Boss Bandit does clean up pretty nicely. Mother Witch pressure over the middle, 15 seconds left. This is an all-out assault. If he defends, he wins. If he doesn't,
the Ghost! The Ghost!
He's going toward the tower.
Holy!
On tower. 11 mortars not helping. He takes the lead.
He takes the lead.
If he fireballs in time. If he fireballs in time. Fireball.
Holy shit!
Gets it.
Holy shit!
And as you called it out, Sub using the Evo Ghost, trying
what
to
the fuck?
A hot start, and that's exactly what happens. 2-0 in this opening best of 5.
I mean, I'm almost speechless right now. I thought somebody used the Evo Ghost and tried to scream into that lead.
Yo, if I was Pedro, I'd be
also used Login Fireball, one of the most key spells again. Dude. Pedro really kind of on his back foot. And in a tough situation, unbelievable pressure by Sub in that match in order to get that damage lead back. And I cannot believe that fireball.
What's happened so far?
Didn't
just
hit
this
in
game.
Time. Unbelievable stuff.
Well, I mean, Sub's up 2. It's a best of 5.
Breaths, trying to center himself. He knows all he has to do is win 1 out of the next 3 games to confirm $100,000.
I wouldn't have lost my tower in the first minute,
make another $100,000 after that. So
that would have never happened.
Good. And we saw RG versus RG, where Pedro is.
Bro, Sub wins this one. It's a 3-0 sweep. Holy
where
shit.
Pedro is considered best in the world. I mean, Sub's
Elliot, it'll probably go up. Yesterday we had 3,000.
He's turning heads.
I mean, I have nothing else to say. Let's go over this replay. Fireball dropped on the right since Pedro didn't have any spells in cycle, and Sub knew that it was moment to attack. He goes for the Mother Witch over the river to deal with that gang. And
Brandon would have won exactly.
He's trying his best with the vines, and then look at this Evo Ghost. It ignores the mortar. That was the big mistake there, trying to pull the Ghost to the middle of the map, but instead Ghost goes towards that gang, and once again the Mother Witches continue to spawn, and the Fireball just not quite there in time.
Was that the perfect placement?
That is a good point. The perfect placement, if you're trying to get a spell on your opponent's tower as quickly as possible, is towards the inside, towards the King Tower. I think he played it maybe a little bit further to the left side from his perspective.
I don't even really like.
Maybe with the perfect placement, it would have got there.
Yeah, we could have easily been seeing a 1-1. We don't know, and it doesn't matter because Sub is now up 2-0.
Guys, Mo's playing after them.
Feeling himself as he absolutely should be. I mean, just what an incredible start.
Mike Arby with the armies,
and
Luca with the Rose.
If you are Pedro, how do you come back? You've lost with 2 of your best decks overall. Is there anything you recommend?
I didn't finish it, Chad.
What do we need to see from him?
Man, that is a tough question. Because you're right. He went with his comfort. He lost, fair and square. Like that last matchup, I would say was pretty tough for Sub. But I think if I'm Pedro, what I need to do is really kind of think through all of the practice matches you've gone and done versus Sub. Try to understand that pattern, and you gotta try and almost snipe into a really good matchup and get yourself into this best of 5.
Yeah, I love that answer because when you are faced with a deficit like this, you need a free win. You need something where it's like, I don't have to outplay my opponent 3 times in a row. Clearly, he's playing well. Clearly, it might not happen. Sometimes you need to snipe. You need to go all out.
Can we remove the Berserker at the top of the screen?
Because you're predicting Expo. Something needs to happen for him.
Right.
And
I'm
I
not
love
a
that idea.
Berserker,
I think going for a snipe has to be it.
On the other hand, Josh, you know, if you're in Sub's position, what kind of deck are you thinking about running? What kind of strategy are you looking for?
Yo, if I'm Pedro, I'm losing all hope. No bullshit.
As quick as possible to not give a Pedro a chance to get back into it.
It's all good, Elliot.
Yeah, we are going to be seeing that right now.
He didn't even call.
Game 3.
All right, we're already in. Holy shit. Lock in, guys. We're already in.
3-game sweep. Yeah, if I am Subs,
I see with the follow.
Not if I'm his coach, because his coach can't actually help out right now. But if I'm Sub, I'm probably sticking to something that I've used so far in this weekend. But I don't know if he's used Dark Prince. Dark Prince, not very common. And Ewiz plus Dark Prince, we could be looking at P.E.K.K.A.
Sorry, chat.
Yeah, Sub, a great bridge fan player.
Guys,
like
if Sub wins this one,
just to go
he
to your
3-0
comfort,
sweeps Pedro.
Play your best game. Pedro, on the other hand, does kind of do what I was expecting, right? He understood what Sub likes to play, and he's brought a really nice matchup, having delivery, the Evil Ice Spirit, and even a tank in the Skeleton King in order to try and really get him into this best of 5.
Very clean defense from Pedro. Offensive rage to help out the Bandit. Not going to do anything. And Pedro off to a strong start in this game number 3.
On the other hand, Sub has cycled his Evo Battle Ram twice now, so he will have Evo in cycle soon. Pedro preemptively dropping the snowball, understanding the arrows are most likely dropping down.
Yeah, it's so crazy how even in a best of 5 when the decks are changing in ways that we've never seen before.
Well, I mean, not the final
these
game,
two
but this
players
is the
can
final
just
day.
predict what's going to be happening. He shouldn't have been able to predict that arrows were going to come down, and yet he did it very easily.
It was good, Ricardo.
Bend at the back. Last card from Sub, most likely Evo P.E.K.K.A. Pedro setting up on defense with the Skeleton King. Josh, talk to me here. What are you thinking Pedro's last couple cards could be and how that could influence the rest of this game?
Yeah, I really want to hope that it's not going to be Graveyard. I'm not a big fan of Graveyard in this meta. Skeleton King does.
But I feel like it's a 50-50 matchup here.
Arrows right there
I feel like neither one of them.
But I do
it is, Ricardo. It is.
Okay, perfect. I really like that idea. And if we're going to be seeing Drill, we're probably going to be seeing Rocket. A lot of players are joining those 2 cards together, especially because we haven't seen him use that last card just yet.
Icewiz trying to slow everything down, Skeleton King tanking, and there's the P.E.K.K.A. from Sub. He wants to get both of his Evos in tandem together in order to break through this lockdown defense from Pedro.
And right here, I'm trying to figure out, this might be the first Evo P.E.K.K.A. that we've seen. We've seen a couple P.E.K.K.A. decks, but they tend to try and use it with either the Battle Rams or
thank you for the $2 dono on
the
YT.
Royal Ghosts. It's going to be interesting to see how strong this Evo P.E.K.K.A.
What's good, man? Thank you so much, dude.
Evo P.E.K.K.A. is on the board. Skeleton King ability, forcing the defense. Icewiz splashing everything. And Pedro, you can really just tell by his gameplay. His plan is to have a perfect defense this entire match and send one rocket at the very end in order to win.
Yeah, he figured out what he needs to do. Dark Prince plus Bandit, opposite lane. We should see another set of arrows come down shortly, maybe plus the Rage. There it is.
Wait, Ewiz takes out the Evil Ice Spirit. The P.E.K.K.A. is now needing a lot more attention, and the Evil Battle Ram on the board as well.
He doesn't have enough. The minions are going to come down at the bridge. He's going to be able to defend that, but the minions are going to get a ton of value, even with the Ice Spirit jumping. Should be getting 4 swings.
Ooh,
there's 2,
still
there's
good damage.
3,
Wow.
and no 4th. So Pedro going to be defending that as best he could, but that was taking out that Ice Spirit.
Thank you so much, Sub.
That is a game changer.
Yeah, that one elixir card can provide so much value defensively, and we do see Pedro coming out with a rocket. He knows that just defending and dropping 1 rocket will no longer be enough, but now he's in elixir deficit. Will he be able to defend another onslaught from Sub?
And right here, Sub gonna go
Brendan,
in
I
the
am not
right lane with
out.
the Dark Prince, plus the Rage, plus the Battle Ram, everything coming down the lane. Battle Ram will get caught up by the Skeletons from the Skeleton King, and a clean defense from Pedro. He was able to get away with a rocket.
Another 2, thank you,
and just an easy defense.
Another rocket dropping down, tries it, the Bandit doesn't get it. And once again, gonna be down 6 elixir. Can he make this defense happen on the biggest of stages?
Oh my gosh. Subs down.
Forcing the Spirit
Subs
Goblins
down.
to the right side, allowing the Bandit to take out the Goblin Hut. And here we go. Defensive Evo Ice Spirit right lane should be cleaned up real nicely.
Yeah, Pedro wins this.
On offense.
He's gonna rocket cycle.
There are just so many troops. It's hard to be. It's hard to pick out what's even happening.
And Evo Battering is placed at the bridge. Does he have the snowball and cycle? He does drop it down.
You lucky bastard.
2 Ice Wizards, a rage from Sub to try to break through, but the delivery drops
it's over.
into everything.
All right, Pedro wins.
10
Pedro
seconds
wins.
left. Pedro gets one more rocket
Wow.
off. Sub's pressure was not quite enough.
Pedro
2
wins.
seconds, 1 second, and that is towered down.
Yeah, if Pedro makes a comeback, that'll be insane. Dude, Subman, thank you for the $4 donos in total. I appreciate you,
Just
man.
give yourself a chance
Guys, if you want
to have an easy
to read your
matchup,
message
and
out
that's
loud,
exactly
super
what he did.
chats,
He's able to get his
thank you
confidence
so
back. I
much,
played that
Subman.
perfect.
Even though they're kind of sus.
Mostly perfectly.
Debbie,
It
Pedro.
was really just
Thank you so
one
much for the
mistake.
follows,
He was
too,
able
on
to
TikTok,
recover,
guys.
And he learned pretty quickly on, hey, I have to play my rocket. I have to get a little bit aggressive.
Yeah.
I really
I
like
need
the awareness in that situation.
Sub
and
to
a great
win this
game number
next
3
one.
from Pedro.
Man, we're doing a pretty good job.
Mo hasn't played yet.
predicting
Ricardo and
kind
Marv
of
with the
play
heartbeats.
styles here. I really like that Sub went to comfort,
rooting for Sub,
but
guys.
Pedro, knowing his practice partner well enough,
rooting for
brings
Sub.
a super controlling deck. The Evo Ice Spirit mistake almost cost Pedro, but with the perfect defense, he was able to make it happen. And as we continue on to the deck
Top
here,
5
I just want to
crackable
note
cards?
that the
Okay.
win condition from Pedro is Goblin Drill, and I think he played on offense 1 time. Sub met it with the Dark Prince, and he was like, you know what? Let me just play this on defense for the rest of the game and get a couple rockets there to finish it out.
Yeah. Okay, so I wanna know your thoughts on the Evo P.E.K.K.A. because it feels like it just does not get enough value. It feels like all these players are way too smart. They know exactly how. I mean, you're spending so much on offense to try and help out that Evo P.E.K.K.A., but it's just too easy going against some of these pros.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. I think that is also something that we're going to see a lot of. You know, seeing some of these cards that don't get as much value because of the best of 5 duels. You know, we've gone through 3 decks now, which means 3 win conditions and almost 6 spells for both players are basically not going to be available for the rest of the best of 5. So as we continue on, we're going to have to see these players continue to get more and more creative with the cards they're picking.
Yeah, absolutely. The champions are going to be changing. We should be seeing new champs. And
See what the
Evos as well. So just so much that
Yo,
we just
Kayan
never
with the
get to
paper
see.
cranes.
The best
I
of 5
appreciate you.
format in
But
this,
gift sound,
it just creates something
are
new,
off, but
something
I appreciate
fresh.
the paper
It
crane.
really
Thank
is
you so
a joy to
freaking
watch.
much. Yo, it's good
Yeah,
Adam.
you know, as we're thinking about what decks could be played next, we've seen a
Smash or
lot
pass
of drill,
boss
or we've seen
bandit.
drill,
with the
we've
rose.
seen minor mortar, we've seen RG. I think Electro Giant is available for both players. Graveyard
When's the next
potentially
game
as
soon?
well.
Probably in
But
like
once
a few
again, the
minutes.
spells are one of the most important things here, Josh, because some win conditions
How many more
cannot be
games today?
played
Oh, we got a
without
lot.
certain spells and supplementing
Mina with the
their
heartbeat.
power.
Yeah, the E-Giant Lightning is definitely
Why
one
are
of
you
those.
licking your lips?
The spell plus the big guy.
Yeah.
You need both of those.
No kidding.
You can't do anything else. You can't do Earthquake. You can't do Void. It needs to be Lightning. And I feel like I could be wrong, but I feel like
Holy
both
shit,
of
it's
these
early for
players
me,
have
guys.
E-Giant and Lightning available to them.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
Could we be seeing another mirror?
That would be crazy
That
to
would
see
be so
another mirror
awesome.
matchup. This is why I love casting with you,
How
John.
to remove
We're
the
just sitting
leprechaun
here,
at the
2X
top.
pros, nerding out
I'm
on the
not a
stage.
leprechaun.
We
Yeah,
just
yeah.
love to see the decksmanship, the gameplay. I'm so excited to see Game 4. The question is, I mean, I'm going to put you on the spot.
Okay.
Do you think that Sub finishes it out here, or do you think Pedro is going to give himself a chance?
Who did I even say at the
Yo,
beginning
cool,
of the
bro,
game?
with the
You
follow.
said Pedro.
I said
I
Pedro.
appreciate
Okay,
you.
yeah. Yeah, I think I have to change my mind. I
E-
think Game 4
Okay.
is
Then
gets
E
done.
wins thing with a heartbeat
Right?
too.
Yeah, it makes sense. You know, his gameplay versus Mo yesterday
Wait, listen,
was
I'm just
insane.
listening to the
On the
commentary.
other hand, you know, Pedro, I did his interview. He said that it means everything to him, not only to be the best in the world,
Bro,
but to be
it's
the
2 to
best
1,
from
man.
Brazil, from his country.
Start giving
and
a good
this is
corner
the
in your
match
videos
that
so I don't
decides.
fail.
Maybe both of them.
See, like, what are we saying,
this.
guys?
Yeah, I mean,
What are y'all even saying?
So much on the line. Can Pedro set himself up, try and get a best of 5 reverse sweep? Game 4 underway.
You could have saw me if you were. Wait, Days, are you there?
Crowd
Tyler
is
with the
excited.
rose.
Pedro
All
with
right, lock in, guys.
skeletons,
Final game.
cycling,
Lock in.
trying to figure out, and he goes to one of his bread and butter decks, bringing some minor.
Okay.
No rocket available for him though, so
many games
most
till the
likely going to
final?
be minor poison.
This is the first set of the what's it
Royal
called? This is the
Ghost
first set
for
of the day.
Pedro, and as soon as you see the Royal Ghost, the matchup instantly becomes 60-40 for the player with it. So he has to be feeling good that he was able to survive this long and still have it available to him. Evo Wall Breakers plus Evo Royal Ghost, and here it is, Sub getting very aggressive with the Graveyard, and we see him shake his head. This is why I don't like Graveyard in this meta. There's too many small cards, too many easy defenses.
And there's a big counter push as well. Miner minions on the right, Ghost on the left, trying to clean everything up. Goblin Hut does drop. Will the Wall Breakers connect with the minions cleaning up this hut?
And one of them is able to make it to the tower. It could have been a lot worse. I actually really loved Sub's timing with the Goblin Hut, trying to protect himself from the minions swinging away at the Spear Goblins, and he was able to take it out, but not before Pedro gets his tower down to 23-18.
There we go.
And once again, we are
guys,
in a
it's
situation
not my
where
Wi-Fi.
Pedro has
Literally
predicted
every
his
single
practice
person
partner
stream
and
lagged there.
got himself into a
It's
really
CRL,
good matchup.
it's not me.
He has poison and minions for Graveyard. He also has really solid pressure with the Wall Breakers Evo and the Ghost Evo. Not to mention, he's just up like 700 damage to start the game.
Yeah, so Sub quickly recognizing that the only way he can win, I mean, it has to be just with good Evo Witch gameplay. At this point, you know your opponent has the minions, the poison, the bar barrel, the cannon. I mean, he has every answer available to him, and so you need to be getting Evo Witch value if you're going to somehow come away with a victory.
Okay.
Another thing in this matchup, which is so important,
Quota
is you
with
need
the Heartbeat.
enough
Thank you, Quota.
elixir to go poison with your Graveyard. On its own, it's just not enough. You see the minions and skeletons just countering everything for very cheap, plus counter push every time.
Yeah, and the cannon on 1% health is still going to get one shot on top of the Ice Wizard, and here we go. Pedro going to cycle cannons in the middle, recognizing that he can't overextend, but he can also just start playing troops. It should be easy defense again and again.
In a perfect bar build from Pedro, damaging the Witch while also pulling the Knight back to get the Graveyard. And on the right-hand side, we see the Evo Breakers. Goblin Knight does defend. Knight does get on tower. Sub is trying to come back and make this upset in this matchup happen.
10 seconds left before we hit OT. And right here, Pedro has a pretty big advantage. We could see a late Goblin Hit. No, we're going to instead elect to go Ice Wiz plus Bar Barrel. A lot of cards, but you can't really use the poison on top of the troops, so it's okay to bunch. It's not great, but it is okay.
Evo goes Bar Barrel. Sub knows what's in cycle, decides not to go in for that Graveyard, just baiting out the Evo Ghost instead. Big counter push from Pedro, but the Witch plus Ice Wiz cleans up. But the Miner, Josh, it's always chipping away.
Yeah, these Miner placements have been beautiful, trying to protect the 1% minions and the Wall Breakers, just everything going Pedro's way. These minions are so aggressive, and we see a nice Goblin Hut trying to be able to protect the Knight and take out those bridge minions from Pedro.
It's the final day, Ruben, not
Miner
the final
once again
game.
Coming in, does get some chip. Ice Wiz not down in time. And if you're Sub now, like, you have to start thinking not only about perfect defense, but you need to attack. So he's going in for the Graveyard, but the Evo Breakers are perfectly timed in order to basically apply pressure. But the Evo Witch Protection, sorry, I gotta stop.
Yeah, the Evo Witch Protection is a fantastic. Cannon high, trying to take out the Witch, going to target the Skellies instead though. And that's gonna be a defensive poison for Pedro, and it's gonna clean up everything relatively nicely. But this bridge battle is being won by Sub over and over. Only 6 elixir. Pedro in a world of hurt. We finally see the offensive poison. The poison get played, and again another defensive ghost. Skellies line up beautifully.
Holy shit, he actually came back.
Tower, and all of a sudden, Sub is gonna storm into the lead.
Pedro's trying to come back, but the Knight picks up. Will the Wall Breakers be able to connect? No, Barbarian Barrel in cycle. And with 20 seconds left, we see yet another Graveyard poison from Sub.
Now it's just RNG. Can you have the Skellies hit the tower? We see one
Bro, he
Skelly
caught the
tower.
Miner.
Be at 1399, able to protect, not give up any damage. We see the offensive Graveyard.
Bro, he caught the Miner again.
The poison is tipping. The skeleton hits at the end.
Holy shit!
Wins the battle.
No freaking way.
How did he do that?
Yo!
He was down
Dude.
so much.
Let's fucking go.
Protected.
My guy!
And again,
dude,
offensive graveyard, the patience was brilliant.
Sub and Mo are gonna play, right?
Word,
Let's freaking go, Sub.
Victory. Let's send it down to the stage because we need to hear.
Before we go to the interview, I just have to say, my goodness, you called it, Josh. There's one way that Sub wins this match. It's the Evo Witch protection.
Sub already beat Mo, he has to beat him again.
Lane, continued to protect.
Right? Ronnie with the heart
the bridge battle game after game. Now, I want to hear what Sub has to say.
How many tortas you got
Sub,
this
you've just
week?
guaranteed yourself $100,000 and at least #2 in the world. How do you feel right now?
Sabe, você acabou de garantir no mínimo $100 mil em segundo lugar no
This dude
Mundial.
just won 100
Como
grand.
você se sente agora?
Feliz, me sentindo como se tivesse ganhado $100 mil em Mundial, realizando um sonho. Mas não é pelo dinheiro, é pela conquista, então é mais pela vitória mesmo.
It's not for the money, it's for the achievement. It's the dream of my life, so I'm so glad right now.
This dude just won 100 grand and he's locked the fuck in.
Different decks here against your best friend, your practice partner, without a coach. What was the
Ricardo
thought
with the
process
boost,
there?
Ruben with the heart me.
Me conta pouco do pensamento de como foi você escolher 5 decks contra o seu melhor amigo e sem coach.
É difícil, mas a gente acaba trabalhando o ano inteiro com
How many
coach, então a
tortas
gente
you
começa a
got
ter uma
this
noção
week?
boa de como escolher os seus próprios decks, então em um MD5 é muito difícil, eu considero, mas eu acho que fiz uma boa escolha.
Play with a coach along the year makes me understand how to make the best choices, and it's a MD5, it's a tough decision, but I just pick the best of them.
Let's hear it one more time for Sub!
Guys, this dude Sub's lucky I wasn't there, chat. This dude's Sub is so lucky I wasn't there, guys. Like deadass. Oh, taxes are gonna be crazy. Dude's gonna take home 30 bands. 70, the 70 other bands are gonna go to the government. Bring your chill. Thank you, man.
Looking at the stats here for this game, I mean, I honestly really want to break down for you guys this last matchup one more time. Once again, I have to give it for Sub.
Pretty massive,
I mean, he did
right?
such a great job of
Guys, I don't
really
add
just
people on
overcoming
Clash.
such a
Thank
tough
you, though.
matchup.
I don't
Yeah,
add
I mean, it
anyone,
was perfect defense again and again. I mean, predictions on the minors. I mean,
You're
look,
lucky
if
you
Pedro
weren't
just
there.
gets 1 or 2 of these minors
I said
to
they're
connect,
lucky they weren't there.
we're seeing
Yo,
Pedro's
Ricardo,
names,
they
we're
were the
seeing his
Rose,
praises, we're
and
saying,
Ronnie
oh,
and
let's get into
Elliot.
a game 5. Sub had to play that absolutely perfectly, setting himself up with the Evo Witch, trying to get multiple witches on the board, trying to get the graveyard down, where it gets weird because usually you want the tank for the graveyard. The graveyard has now evolved. Sometimes you're going the graveyard first to tank for those Evo Witches, and we saw him win those bridge battles that he shouldn't be winning. The graveyard Skellies getting taken out allowed him to take out the Royal Ghost, even when it was in the evolution form. And it was just brilliant.
Ricardo,
There were so many different things that he was able to see in that match.
Yeah, and that's how he broke through in the offense. But once again, I mean, I'm going to have to watch this back
Guys,
later
who's up
and
next?
see how many times Sub was able to catch the miner before
Who's
he
up
hits
next,
the
chat?
tower with not only the Knight, the Berserker, but also the Barbarian Barrel.
Yeah, let's take a look at this bracket. Cal Sub standing alone, knowing that he is going to be waiting the 2 players, Pedro TM and Muhammad Light.
So
we're definitely going to give Pedro, you know, a fair bit of time. We want to make sure that he's ready and able to perform against Muhammad Light at his best. But
Pedro
man,
has
Sub,
another chance.
What a run he has had. He started off the day 1 going 2-0. Day 2 he went, I believe it was 2 set victories. I mean, he hasn't really even played that many games. I want to see more of Sub. Well, actually, we're going to. I can wait a couple, 30, 45 minutes. I'll allow it.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so we talk about, you know, this match, but for the upcoming one, you know, we have Pedro versus Mo. This is really tough. I talked to a lot of different players about, you know, who might win today. We saw the community predictions earlier.
I didn't win the 21, guys.
This is kind of what everyone envisioned, right? You know, someone is going to be sent down to Mo, and now you have to play against the best in the world when you're coming off a loss.
Yeah, it's going to be so difficult to do.
Mo gonna cook?
Just, you know, when you know you're having to wait, and I mean, Muhammad Light just has to be feeling good. It feels like Pedro isn't really feeling himself anymore because a 3-1 against Sub is got to do something to your
If Pedro wins, I'll shave my head.
And Mo is just ready, and it's just very easy for Mo to take momentum as well, and he's done the lower bracket run before. The other thing to really think about, though, is, you know, Pedro He has what it takes. He's gotten
Ellie, I think we're the
second in
freaking
the
heartbeat.
world
Guys, feel free to drop a
before.
follow from already. It doesn't mean a lot
Wants
to
to
me.
be the best.
Like
And
Trapstar
I'm
just
sure
did. I think
coming off a
Trapstar
loss
pre-fired me
from
saying
his
that.
friend, from his fellow practice partner, you know, he wants to beat Mo, and he wants to have another chance to go against Sub.
Yeah, it should be an exciting matchup for sure. That was a great way to start the day. I know we didn't get all 5 games and stuff, but I'll take 4. I'll take 4 great ones, and that's exactly what we saw. Pedro, definitely want to give him a little bit of time though.
Yo,
the only thing I'm disappointed about is we haven't seen Void yet. I'm waiting for a Void Game 5 of the best of 5 duels.
He only reads TikTok?
You know, there's so many spells in the game now with the addition of Void, Vines, and all of the reworks as well, but it would be just so cool to see that Game 5 really pop off with some really interesting and creative decks.
When is the next game?
I was going to say that I wanted to see Heal Spirit, but we actually did see that yesterday, so I don't have to wait for that.
Yo, this dude Owen is literally at the event and joined my stream just to say pipe down.
From our upcoming set, and we're just trying to set the stage for it.
Guys, I need Mo to win. Owen.
It's going to be great.
He got winning it all. I have Mo winning it all.
For you guys soon. Actually, now let's go and hop into these last match
highlights.
I have
Mo winning it all.
And wow, CRL World Finals 2025 has been a blast so far.
Okay. Your stream always lagging, bro, on TikTok. You just might need to turn the quality down.
W feed cheese.
Mo got nothing on me? No, dead ass, guys. Dead ass. Guys, Mo has literally nothing on me. Guys, Mo, like, if I was there, I think I'd 5-0 Mo, like no bull. Sub is gonna win. Dude, a Sub versus Mo rematch would go actually insane. Who's playing next? It's, Pedro versus Mo. Huge F Brandon chance happening. Dude. No one there is chanting F Brandon. Dude, I beat Riley, so I can beat Mo. Alright. You're so tough. See, thank you guys. I don't think you'll even touch his tower. Mo has nothing on Brandon. Exactly. Fuck. Okay. Guys, don't do the chant in this chat. That's why we clash. That is why we clash.
Opposite of right.
Opposite.
My favorite emote is the little prince pointing one, just like this.
That's the rarest emote in the game, chat, by the way.
Brandon will
Alright, this is so awkward.
私の一番の好きなエモートはこれです。I don't have gold at the moment.
I usually go for good luck, that is a text one. And then I like to do a princess thumbs up, so it's sort of like, yeah.
Bro, exactly, that's what I'm saying.
My favorite emote is...
That's what I'm saying,
제가 가장 좋아하는 이모티콘은 최근에 출시한 6-7
The 6-7 emote. Alright.
My go-to emote is the...
Meu emote favorito, eu acho que... o da CRL, que é o do dedinho assim, ó.
My go-to emote, it's the exit chef.
I've never seen that emote in my life.
Emote, I mean, I love the goblin thumbs down emote from the Goblin Queen's Journey, and it's like,
Translate.
So, yeah, that's definitely my favorite.
Yo, why does Ian low-key mog? Like, not even on some sus shit. Like, he low-key mogs.
Our next 2 competitors have come so far, and they don't want the journey to end now. First up, he goes out of the frying pan and into the Pharaoh.
It is time.
Pedro!
It is time. Pedro versus Muhammad Light. Bro, after winning this sub, like, there's no way Pedro has the confidence to beat Mo, right? Like, there's just no way.
Pedro wins.
And his opponent is no stranger to the lower bracket. Some might say this is where he belongs. Muhammad Lights!
Yo, you know how much aura you have just for someone to shiver at your name? That's crazy. Bro, Pedro is nervous as shit. Bro, imagine being up there. Bro, imagine you get the Wi-Fi symbol mid-game. Bro, they probably have, like, the best internet you can possibly have. Bro, that iPad's probably on Ethernet, no bull. Bro, my lunch break is about to end. Yo, skip work for the stream.
He made a lower bracket run in 2022 when he won his first championship. Can he do it again to win his third?
Only me and Mugi have 2 championships, and
Bro, Cassie, I was wondering what happened.
I would have the most in history.
And Pedro comes out and does it the easy way. 2 games up, 2 games down.
Dude, I was thinking about that yesterday, Callie. I don't know if they'd restart.
Que eu joguei, eu fiquei em segundo lugar, então acho que falta campeão mundial pra mim.
I'm confident in my abilities.
They have 8G, bro. They definitely have iPads connected to Ethernet.
Eu estou no nível máximo.
May the better player win.
And a rematch from Stats Royale here between Pedro and Mohamed Light. And it was actually Pedro that came out on top and ended up winning that golden ticket. My, how things have changed since then, though. AC coming off of a best of 5, beaten by his best friend, going, and that was just so good from Rich. Out of the frying pan, into the Pharaoh. I love that. And I got to imagine Pedro right now is having to do a lot of resetting while Mo Light is sitting there thinking, I can make this.
I don't care what they had for dinner last night. Can we start the game?
Did you see my notes? I give it a 9.8 out of 10. that was probably the best one that I've heard from Rich in my entire
Brandon,
life.
why are you at this
Absolutely
tournament?
brilliant,
Good question,
man.
man.
So excited for this set overall.
I should have qualified. I just felt like giving other people an opportunity.
When you were trying to make those brackets on day 1, how do I want to see this end up? I want to see Pedro. I want to see Mohamed Light, and we're finally getting it.
Absolutely, and Pedro obviously no stranger to being in the top 3, top 2 a couple years ago. Last year, maybe not as successful now, as you guys can see this journey that they have gone on along the way. Right there, 2021, number 2 for Mo.
Yeah,
a lot of championships in there as well. 2022.
Guys, for those of you that are saying hide chat, bro, hold down the screen and like click hide chat.
On the bottom of your screen, you can see Pedro back in 2023. This is a great graphic, by the way. Let's just shout out here. This is a great graphic. And then, of course, 5th, 6th in 2024 gets the golden ticket from Stats Royale, like we were just talking about. As you guys can see, Mohamed Light gets 4th place there, not able to make it to the championship there, but doesn't matter. We're still here with him. AC, other than just talking about numbers and decks like we're going to do for the next couple hours, I want to talk to you about resetting on the big stage when you come off of a loss. Obviously, you were very familiar in the Teams Edition. Sometimes things start off well in the day, sometimes they don't.
All right, yo, this is getting crazy. Yo, the match that would start 3 minutes ago, why are we not in a battle?
Right. You know, how do you temper the nerves? How do you reset?
Yo, they definitely are just yapping right now. They're just waiting until they get in the battle.
You allow yourself to explode. You say, okay, everything went wrong. I didn't do well enough. I did this poorly. I didn't choose the right decks. I'm done, all right? This didn't happen. It's whatever. I'm on to the next one. If you don't let your emotions out, you're gonna do it on stage. You're gonna think too hard. You're not gonna think as clearly. You're gonna get too aggressive, even too aggressive for today's this weekend. So you just need to allow yourself to just completely
Brandon
be okay
versus Trainer Mike.
Pedro is a little bit more of a slow-paced player than maybe someone like Sandbox. We saw Sandbox yesterday feeling that he was getting an edge over the Pharaoh and maybe going to take the game, getting ahead of himself. I imagine that's something Pedro's really going to have to work on here to make sure that he is calm, cool, collected.
All right, why aren't we getting into a match? Not like that ass, right?
You know, just because Mo's down doesn't mean he's out. We saw him come back twice yesterday in that elimination
Roy
match.
with the $1.39 Canadian. Roy, thank you for the freaking super chat, man. Freaking legend.
86%.
Freaking legend, dude.
And just 40. Where did you go in this matchup?
Yeah, we don't even. Okay, yes, we
Freaking
can
legend.
have the graphic.
Thank you, Roy. I appreciate
yes,
you.
I did choose Mohamed
They made
Light.
that. You got to let them show it.
That's true. And you guys are doing great. Yep, again. And who did you choose?
I also went Mo Light. I believe the rest of our team also goes Mo Light. It's just one of those things. It's so hard to bet against him.
Drop
and
your
in the
daily
lower bracket, and the fact that he is
guys.
coming in
Feel free to
fresh
follow,
to
drop
this
those
match
daily
where,
Harveys.
just like we talked about, Pedro just had to show 4 different decks.
Feel free,
he just lost to his best friend. He got about, 5 to 7 minutes to reset, and he's already right back on stage against the Pharaoh.
You got Wing, I got Mo winning.
This is a very difficult spot to be in. Mohamed Light hoping that Mama Mo was able to get him a nice big breakfast today after his conversation yesterday on stage. Feeling well fed, feeling well rested, and ready to go. This is the lower bracket final of the CRL 2025 World Finals. One player will go home with $50,000. The other one guaranteed a minimum of $100,000. And of course, second place. No one wants third. No one wants second. Everyone wants the crown.
We've been yapping for literally 20 minutes.
Find out.
Holy shit.
3 players remain. 2
We're about to find out. Buddy, I have a family and kids. Holy shit.
Finals starts now.
Oh, finally. Jeez. Okay. All right. Yo, Ronnie became a super fan. W freaking Ronnie, man.
Fire Spirit from
Ronnie, you're a freaking goat. I appreciate you, Ronnie.
In response from Pedro, after looking at the Fisherman, we automatically have to assume it's going to be a Royal Giant. Muhammad Light with the Firecracker as well, and you got to think Hog, and that's exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, you got to think Hog, and you got to think we're in a best of 5 seeing Fire Spirit coupled with the Firecracker and Hog Rider. Usually the last choice on the list. Well, Heal Spirit's probably the last choice on the list. Usually goes E-Spirit these days, then Ice Spirit, then Fire, then Heal. So Mo Light already thinking about game 5. Should he potentially have to get there against Pedro?
And Pedro could be repeating what he used in game number 1, going in with another RG Monk Wizard deck. Even if it didn't work out in his first set, he clearly thinks that he's onto something with this deck. And, you know, I love the confidence. If you're going to win, you need confidence, and this is how you do it.
And now Pedro going to have to think about stopping that Mighty Miner as this game goes on. He's got the guards, he's got the E-Spirit, he's got the Fish Boy. Great ways to get on top of it. And of course, doesn't have to worry about the reflection from the Monk like he did in game 1 of his previous set, which basically stole it from him. Friendly fire, if you will.
Both players waiting to hit 10 Elixir. Pedro again electing to leak.
Bro, these two people have to have emotes needed. Like, there's no way.
Allowing himself to leak when other players wouldn't.
Mo Light even leaking a couple Elixir there, then decides to cycle the Earthquake. And a Monk meets a Cannon. As Hog plus guards goes opposite lane, Fishboy going to try to activate King. Guards up high to pull the guards and distract. Get a King Tower activation, but something needs to get on top of that Firecracker.
Holy shit!
Oh
my gosh!
King Tower activated, but
damn!
at what cost? And this is a massive spend.
Just so smart, so aware. As soon as the Monk goes down, there's a reason why Pedro was leaking so much Elixir. He knew that he couldn't afford to go in, and he didn't even wait till double. If you're going to wait that long, you have to continue to wait. Right here, though, this counter push can be a little bit deadly. Fisherman going to yank onto the left side.
One more. Does it get one more? And it's
that last shot.
18-24, 10-33. Usually you don't want to go in the same lane with Hog Rider, but when you've got that much damage done, AC, is there really an option to switch? And Mo decides
already
not
EQ
to with his
cycling.
Earthquake.
Yeah, it's a little bit interesting to cycle the Wizard back there. You knew that your opponent wanted to take the shield off, wanted to cycle the Earthquake. I don't know what I would have preferred, maybe to place it high, but he doesn't do that. And now the Mighty Miner plus Firecracker plus Cannon, that's going to be an easy defense for Muhammad Light.
Bro, the Mighty Miner
back in cycle, Cannon down, Fishboy up high, so not able to pull this Hog. Nothing there for the Hog. Mighty Miner stays alive. That should be tower down.
Yeah, GD's.
That is tower down.
That was low-key light work from Mo.
Game number 1.
Wow.
And now Pedro is starting to feel the pressure. You can see
1-0
it
to
on
Mo.
his face.
Wow, he got
dropped
shafted.
Holy shit. In the previous set, you feel
Holy
okay.
shit, he got
lose the
shafted.
set,
Wow.
You start the next one back to back and drop the first game. He's got to be feeling
GG's
the
Pedro.
frustration of not being able to get a win.
This is the second set of the day, chat.
Having to go
First to
2
3
sets
wins.
in a row. We saw it yesterday with Sandbox. It is so difficult to go back to back. None of these players have been able to figure out a way to reset the mind completely. And you need to figure something out when you're going against Muhammad Light.
Do you ever not glaze Mo? Guys, Mo deserves the glaze.
And I just loved how he played it. That aggressive Hog, when the Monk was cycled, it's so aware.
And again, Ronnie, thank you for the freaking
what
super
his
fan,
opponent
man.
was running and how to get past it. And even right there, it feels like Pedro should always have the Fisherman in cycle, always have the Monk, always have the guards. But he just doesn't. Muhammad Light knows when you've spent just one half elixir too much, and he just goes in with a Hog Firecracker.
And just tracking that cycle so clean as he moved through that game. You saw there at the very end, knows that the RG is going to come down, coming across the bridge, gets the second cannon down just in time, gets the second Mighty Miner down just in time, which is of course going to keep the Fisherman on the board. You want that Fisherman to pull the Mighty Miner away? Well, guess what? Now it can't pull the Hog away. Hog goes down the lane, and a beautiful surgical attack by the Pharaoh himself to take game number 1 here, AC.
Yeah, and I loved your call out with the Fire Spirit instead of the E Spirit or the Ice Spirit. It's just so clear that they've practiced so many different variations. Okay, we can actually get away with Fire Spirit in this deck instead of the E Spirit because we have the Bar Barrel, we have the Mighty Miner, we can push things back, so we don't need that reset that you often would usually need in those Hog decks. So I just love the decksmanship overall, and you know, Mo has to be feeling great. didn't even need overtime right there.
Yeah, and just beautiful replays there pulled by the booth as well. You talk about
You'll
the
be there
very
next year?
first
Yo, guys, thank you.
Uppercut that landed on
And I know I'll be
Pedro.
there next year,
Does
but
get
I'm
the
just
King
looking
Tower
on the
activation,
down low,
almost
so I don't want
baiting
people to
out
find
that
out.
King Tower activation. Goes hyper aggressive. Firecracker comes in late. So much damage on tower. Monk not in range to distract it. Just what, 2 or 3
If you cut the
Firecracker
stream down
shots.
into just
Hog
the
gets
games,
pulled
it'd
to
be a
tower,
10-minute
Guards get
YouTube video.
distracted. Just so much spent by
Holy
Pedro
yap.
that did not really do anything for him other than give him a King Tower activation and a lot of damage taken.
Yeah, I'd love to see a
We're an
player
hour
cam
and 5
reaction.
minutes in, and we've only
Because
played 5
when
games.
he went in with that Monk on the other side, I
Yo,
feel like
Ronnie
he went
with
like,
these
ding,
sunglasses.
I figured this out. I can
Ronnie,
go all
the
in.
sounds are off.
And I'm sure that's exactly what
But
happened.
thank you so freaking much for the sunglasses,
reset?
chat. I appreciate all the
blows
donos.
continue to
Thank
land.
you so
Game
freaking
2,
much.
lower bracket final, best of 5, coming your way.
All right, we're in.
And that is a card we have not seen yet this weekend, I believe.
Abel, I
the
don't think so,
Demolisher,
man,
and
to
that
be
is why
honest.
we love the best of 5 format. It's a lot of cards in this game, AC. Some of them get neglected.
Pre-El
Luckily,
Pedro.
we have our hero Muhammad Light to fix that problem. Pedro
Add
on
with
the
the
other
heartbeat.
side, going to be running what we're used to so far this tournament. Ice Spirit, Skellies, Miner, going to his bread and butter, a Miner cycle deck.
You see right there, E-Spirit now used here in game number 2 by Mo Light.
And just like a lot of Goblin Demolisher decks, he is going to be running Drill. Ghost, I believe, gets a shot on top of the tower, and the opposing Ghost, and then gets the tower down to 2765. Demolisher not able to explode on the Ghost, so a healthy Ghost going to need to defend.
Little Ice Spirit there, and Mo shaking his head.
Yo, Alex with the 38 roses. Oh, he's still going.
Pedro
Damn
up
you
by
freaking
about
Alex.
1. Berserker not going to be a threat.
And number
2765 to 2
1
untouched towers by Mo Light, who's
Alex
had
with
the only
70
game without
roses.
taking
Holy
damage
aura.
all
Thank you
weekend,
so
I
much,
believe.
man.
It's going to be incredibly difficult to do that against Miner, so if he does that again, I got $1 for him.
Big spender AC.
I mean, they're making a lot of money. So.
Already guaranteed $50,000.
Offensive Poison going to be able to take out the Goblin Hut, and Pedro's offensive push going to force out the Evo Snowball on defense. So always a good push when you can get that Evo Snowball forced out on defense.
This
This is
feels
a
like
close
a
game, chat.
must-win game for
I feel like
Pedro
neither
in
one of
terms
them has the upper
confidence,
hand here.
in terms of running his comfort deck, being able to have a relatively good matchup. I can't imagine he takes another loss here and then is able to bounce back and reverse sweep. So let's see if Pedro can even
Yeah, I feel like
things
it's
up here
50-50.
as we take into 1 minute left in regulation.
Another high Goblin Hut. We're seeing
Oh,
a
the
lot of these
Evo-
players
Evo
realize
Ghost.
quickly on that you need to be doing that. You need to be applying pressure. And right here, it's just
Oh, shit, the
Evo Ghost
Demolisher!
Battle Royale. And there, the Goblin Demolisher does make it to the tower, and we're going to see if the Demolisher takes it out in time. And we're seeing why Muhammad Light loves this card. Yes, he hasn't
Thank
played
you
in this
so
tournament,
much,
but
man.
he does use it quite often.
Thank you.
And he's just so skilled with it.
I believe Riley was running a deck with Magic Archer and Goblin Demolisher. He made a video about it a couple months back, talking about how Goblin Demolisher is still very, very strong. No one's really been using it at all this weekend, and definitely putting in some work right now.
And right there, one of the Evo Skellies staying alive, but the Demolisher going to explode on top of everything and take out all the troops. Evo Ghost over the middle, and it will not splash on top of the towers until it gets frozen. I believe it splashed on top of the Ghost.
Drill goes into the right
Stop
here,
taking my
2071 to
spot, Ronnie.
2418. Evo Snowball comes down, late bar barrel to clean up. 1897 remains on Pedro's
Okay,
bottom
Mo's
right
winning so
tower as his
far.
Miner chips away, shovels away to an even 22-22 top left for Mo. Minute 47 remaining here in overtime.
All right, you got
Beautiful
the Evo
Ghost right
Ghost
there.
coming.
You're
Alright,
allowed
you can
one
have
or
it.
two, and this could be a pretty scary offensive push. Evo Ghost still not coming alive. Snowball on offense and a good defense from Pedro.
And Evo Skelly is going to work down the lane. Can't imagine we'll have another Evo Skelly moment, but we're all here for it. Goes high and in the middle with the Miner, hoping the Miner can tank for the,
The
right-hand
Ghost mode,
side.
the Ghost, the
But on the
Ghost.
right side, the Ghosts are breaking
The
through.
Ghost!
Right there, good E-Spirit. There's one full Ghost, one of the ghouls, Snowball on defense, and he's going to be able to protect his tower. Ghost, and what looked like that could be game over. Instead, Muhammad Light just defends beautifully like always.
Completely unfazed
Mo's
on the player
losing.
cam there was Muhammad Light AC. I thought we were going to have a blow open moment, if you will, there in terms of this game, and Mo Light quickly silences that. Evo Snowball back in cycle.
And right here, Demolisher going to explode on two of the minions, offensive poison.
Oh my
and
gosh.
that was an extra shot. I believe that was a ghost. I believe that was a goblin. Couldn't exactly tell. And that tower is now down to 1193.
Mo on the left tower, Drill on the right. Pedro trying to make anything happen. Ghost on the right tower of Mo, but Mo is heavily in the lead.
Bro, so much shit is happening, it's hard to tell.
Needs to figure something out. These E-Spirits are
so many
beautiful,
ghosts.
Gonna jump across everything, and I mean, I just don't exactly know. There's one minion, but it's
almost gets there.
Oh my god, this is close.
12:45, 13 seconds left. One of the miners going to town. He's going to be able to get the tower low, needs to defend it.
Wait a minute, the drill on the left.
975 bottom left, 911 top right. Pedro now in the lead with 3 seconds remaining. Poison's in, Poison wins it, and Pedro able to come back in the final moments, and that's exactly what he needed to do, AC.
He shouldn't have been able to do it. Muhammad Light, I mean, he controlled the entire game. 4 minutes, 50 seconds. 4 minutes and 50 seconds of the game.
At with the hat and mustache.
The final 10, Pedro.
W at W Ronnie.
Completely off the rails defensively there for
holy shit, Pedro won.
Dozens of seconds in that final minute.
Defensively and offensively. Yes. He had no opportunity. The Evo goes from Mo. It was dominated the map. The Evo Skelly's got no value. Every time he plays it, he's getting offensive poison pressure, so it doesn't do anything.
Guys, it's 1-to-1 first to 30.
Some way, Pedro, once triple elixir hit, I mean, that's the thing about these fantastic RG/miner players. They have such a quick understanding of the game. You know, a lot of people are going to struggle once it hits triple elixir because you have to make so many more decisions. These players are so smart that Pedro, he can outplay in the triple elixir against anyone, including Muhammad Light.
Muhammad Light burns the Goblin Hut, burns the Evo
What's
Royal
your advice
Ghost,
for
Evo Snowball,
Pit?
Poison. These are
Buddy,
all cards that have been used so much this weekend, AC. This was kind of a,
they were all
I don't want to say, you know, go all in type
flying.
deck, but this is definitely one where Mo would like to have taken a W.
Okay.
Yeah, just unfortunate. Let's take another quick look at deck number 1. And this is where it all started well for Muhammad Light. We thought he was going to be able to jump to a 2-0 lead after this. It was the Hog Firecracker that really won him the game. It was just a brilliant job. And, you know, Pedro really responded well. After losing the opening set,
dude,
and to be able to
in
come
a best
back,
of 5,
it's just, it says so much about Pedro.
I feel like if they get to game 5,
and you know what? That's
they're literally going to have no cards they can play.
Confidence-wise as well. When you talk about how rough that first set was against Sun,
Riley's
now
in the
coming
crowd,
into Mo,
but he
drops
didn't
game
call
number
the play.
1, comes out with his bread and butter to reset things. Now we're at a 1-1 best of 3. Obviously, a lot of cards are out now for both players. But this is a great moment for Pedro
I feel like
to
I've seen a good amount of people
the balances and try to take this set.
I mean, it really does feel like all the momentum has shifted. At one point, we were thinking, okay, Muhammad Light goes to 2-0. You know, Pedro's lost 5 out of 6 games instead. Now it's just 4 out of 6 games. It could be anybody's match. I'm just so impressed with the resilience from Pedro. It is
that Willie?
difficult, and I feel like it's very clear to the audience, but I need to reiterate it. It is so difficult to come back in these moments.
There's something about even when like 2 people are spectating you in game and you start making mistakes and you're like, I don't know who's watching me, but this is embarrassing for me. Now you're talking about being in front of a room of hundreds of people that are hanging on every move you make, every misplay, every moment of greatness. There's explosions in the room here. So you have to imagine that pressure.
Did Pedro beat Sub? Nah, Sub won.
Absolutely insane. And they have both calmed out. You can see Mo locked in here. Pedro finally looking like he's got a little bit more confidence under his belt as we're about to hop into game number 3 in our lower bracket.
Are those
final.
dudes dressed
Shout out
as
to
goblins?
The crowd here. Shout out to the people that dressed
Is that
up
Oxalate?
at DreamHack Atlanta for our CRL 2025 World Finals. We love seeing you guys here. Make some noise as we're getting ready for game number 3.
I don't think
the only
that was
difference
Oxalate,
between having 2 viewers and panicking and losing that game is that the next game I'm only going to have 0 viewers, and so all these spectators, they're going to be wanting to watch. It doesn't matter if you lose 2 in a row.
Guys, for those of you typing high chat, hold it down on the screen and you can
number 3,
hide the
lower
chat.
bracket finals.
Lock in, guys.
2025 World Finals. Let's go. Looking like maybe even a mortar mirror matchup.
Ice Wizard to respond to the mortar, minions to help out, and the Skeleton Barrel almost explodes on top of the Ice Wizard, but that's still going to be a, that's still going to be a shot. Wow.
Just in time. And Pedro looking like he's running the deck that Mo created, while Mo is running the deck that has been very popular here on ladder. And that is a big spend by Pedro. That ability is going to clean things up, get some good damage on tower.
Yeah, zapping away, killing the Berserker, gets the tower down to 2391, and it's a very close game. Ice Wizard once again defending these mortars, and the Cannoneer is going to take it out just in time, getting the tower down to 2107.
All right, beautiful.
2391, 2107.
Tristan, thank you for the 7
matchup here. It's very interesting that Pedro has played a lot of mirror win-con matchups in these best of 5. Started out with Sub going back-to-back. Now here with Mo. Game 3.
$135 left. And both players just kind of stalling, waiting. And here's the push from Muhammad Light. And forget stalling, forget waiting. He's going all in.
And Boss Bandit there. He was to slow, but that ability should get a decent amount of value.
Yo, this freaking lightning chariot is going to be like 5 million damage.
The Doctor, and the Doctor untouched crossing the river. Got to spend even more. Does Pedro, 1957, 2066. The only grace he has is the fact that the Cannoneer Tower starts with less HP.
Evo Skeleton Barrel trying to take out the minions, and that's exactly what's going to happen. And Muhammad Light doesn't have a lot of elixir. Ice Wizard going to be forced out.
Does he have the fireball? He does. That should be a lot. Oh, perfect gang there from Mo, knowing how this deck is built, considering he's the one that made it popular this weekend.
And right there, Evo Skeleton
Barrel.
Scores
1-1 chat, first to 3.
Onto the mortar, take it out completely. Minions in response, and a defensive mortar forced out as well.
How expensive that Boss Bandit is and how it dashes all over the board. Not really a great distraction for an opponent's mortar. So Pedro forced to use a mortar of his own defensively.
Goblin Gang at the bridge, trying to take it out in time, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Defensive arrows. Doesn't matter that the mortar's out. You still need to take care of the Goblin Gang. High E-Wiz takes out the Skeleton Barrel perfectly. And here is another push from Pedro. This is just push after push. Offense against offense.
Bro, Boss Bandit is full and healthy, man. Yo, if Pedro wins, it's going to be the Boss Bandit's fault.
Good job cleaning everything up. Dashes to the wrong side. And I don't know if that was an overspend by Pedro. We'll see if he can defend here.
Yeah, it felt like he didn't really get all that much value from those activated abilities. Skeleton Barrel popping on the right side, minions plus the Doctor on the left. And
he needs something here to clean up this mortar. Ewiz distracting enough. His mortar will distract. Cannon Heart comes down. Never what you want to see when you're running mortar.
And right there, we should see an Ice Wizard come down, and that's exactly what's going to happen.
This is the closest game I've ever seen in my life.
A healthy mortar on the left side, and it's going to force out a defensive Goblin Gang, but not before he gets 2 shots, and not before it allows Muhammad Light to get aggressive again.
Another mortar down. Berserker to distract, but should get.
Oh my God, he's going to pop the ability.
Just a second. No, it does not. Mortar comes down just in case for Pedro to play some defense. 1828, 1628, separated by 200 HP. That mortar will take the lead on the left-hand side if it's left undefended by Pedro.
Wow, and again, Muhammad Light forgetting about the mortar, just going in aggressive with this Goblinstein, and it's going to set himself up for another Evo mortar on the left, plus Skeleton Barrel.
Evo mortar almost locks again. Pedro gets his defensive mortar down just in time. Goblin Gang going to distract for 1 shot, going to need something else for the next.
Goblin Gang on defense with the help of the Ice Wiz, no damage, and again, Goblinstein on the left, getting aggressive as he can be.
Sometimes the best defense AC is just a whole lot of offense, and that is exactly what Mo's trying to do here. Pedro really could not take
this
that
dude Mo is overwhelming
the damage. He takes some damage from some of the Larrys as well. 1787, 1321, 20 seconds remain.
At this point, Muhammad Light can defend and win out. The Skeleton Barrel does pop. The Ice Wiz does come down too low. 10 seconds
Can he get back to Fireball? Can he get back to Fireball log? Evo Barrel's in. Fireball. Log.
Arrows come down. One of the Skellies. But Mo still wins it. Mo still
wins it. Holy shit.
30, 23 HP.
Dude.
20
HP, man.
Who now takes the
Holy crap.
2-1 in this best of 5.
Oh my gosh.
Muhammad Light would have been sick. That one.
Dude, this dude Pedro doesn't play around.
The Cannoneer, it knew its job, it knew its priorities. I gotta take that little guy out.
This dude Pedro doesn't fuck around, man.
And Muhammad Light now leads 2-2-1.
You know, sometimes people talk about mortar players being brain dead. They just drop everything at the bridge, everything at the, you know, behind their mortar, in front of the mortar, defend.
My palms were sweating, bro.
I get both of these players
freaking at with the hat and Muzzy lighting it up in the gallery. W freaking at with the hat and mustache. I appreciate you.
AC, the advantage, hard to say.
W freaking at.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this matchup, it was just who can play it that 1/10% better. I mean, that was just wonderful to watch.
Brandon,
we see the same evolutions, the same concept of a deck, but then the surrounding cards.
Mo needs to win one more.
Pedro using what Muhammad Light brought
Ronnie,
to this tournament.
Dono sounds are off, but thank you for the
beginning.
relaxed goose. Trust me, I know you wanted to burst my eardrums. W freaking Ronnie. Holy aura. Thank you so much.
The staple that we've seen so far. That Ice Wizard.
Does this guy have a Muhammad? Oh wait, that's his mom.
Most of the time, but not all.
And Mama Mo locked in, ready to support her son to try to get that third title.
Okay, that makes
and
sense.
make CRL
that
history.
Makes sense.
What an incredible back and forth in that game, AC. So excited to see what the rest of this set has in store
makes sense,
for
chat.
us. And that was just, you know, you talk about one more fireball.
Yep.
One more skeleton barrel drop. How about one more log in the entirety of 5
Yo, Mikey with the corn user with the donut.
Not able to find one moment to get an extra fireball on tower. Mo never giving that much value. He was locked in. Pedro was on the right side that entire game, but never able to get that extra 23 HP that he needed to steal that game. And now we find a moment where Pedro back up against the wall.
When are you making a
He's
top
got
5 most crackable
Muhammad
cards
for this
vid?
next couple games. Or
didn't I do that?
World number 3, world number 2 back in
I'm sure
2023.
I did that, right? I should make another one.
Ever-elusive championship still out of reach.
Guys, whoever wins the whole thing gets $200,000.
Game number 4. Pedro's life on the
line. Are we already in?
Let's go.
You're so chopped, bro.
That is the least yap I've heard yet. All right, we're already in. Fair enough. Fair enough. That expected like
Muhammad
5 more minutes of yap.
Opting to go quick cycle miner. One of the most intimidating ways to see your opponent start. Seeing Mo play a bunch of cards in a miner.
Ice Wiz, Snowball, Evo, Bomber in support of this Skeleton King. Mo going straight control here. Imagine we're going to see a rocket. There's the log.
If Mo wins this one, chat, he moves on to the
to
finals.
sub in the last set.
Yeah, and I could be completely wrong, but I'm thinking Mo has a great matchup. The Dark Prince always going to be able to clean up the drills very nicely. Bats get on top of the tower, and these little small mistakes, these tiny little errors are going to add up quickly. The rockets at the very end of the game, knowing Mo, he can cycle 3 rockets in 20 seconds, so you need to get that damage advantage, and so far, Mo starting off strong.
And if Pedro also has the rocket, and it's constantly defended by the delivery or Dark Prince, that rocket is nullified, AC. Obviously, you get the damage on tower, but the idea is to also take out the troops so you're not making too large of a negative trade. And Mo Light has all the answers.
Pedro always comes back
Log
at the end
plus
of that.
delivery, and really plus Evo Tesla and Dark Prince. I mean, half the deck is a hard counter. He can go with an early log because he has so many options. The Skellies even can be a hard counter. Skellies plus log, defending very nicely.
Yeah,
Pedro just struggling right now.
Yeah, Pedro probably trying to do a whole lot of math in his mind to figure out how on earth do I play through this matchup. Mo on the other side has the luxury, as you said, AC, of a phenomenal matchup. So many responses. All he has to do is do what he does best. Play those Teslas, send in the miners, and defend better than anyone else in the world.
And right there, overspending with the log. You see him slightly frustrated. He knows that that wasn't the best play. And it's weird. It feels like Mo has gotten more nervous in this game.
Bro, these
knowing
miners,
that he has the
they're just doing
matchup,
too much
knowing
damage.
that he should be sending himself to the to the championship game if he plays it perfectly.
It's a really good point that you make there. It does seem like Mo is just a little bit like, I have this match. There's the rocket we're talking about. Dark Prince shield comes off.
Terrible
rocket coming
rocket.
in both lanes now. Bats plus miner to the left. Nothing there for the Bats. There's the Ice Wiz. Maybe a late delivery here as the Dark Prince connects. No,
oh no, Dark Prince is on.
And now
holy shit!
From Mo on the right-hand tower, taking the lead by 1,100.
3 seconds away from overtime, and Muhammad Light just controlling this game entirely. Set himself up so beautifully with this matchup. Skellies do come down. Rocket will get a little bit of value.
See, it doesn't work, bro. You can't Rocket with a Dark Prince.
No way. 600 HP separating the two players. Another Rocket going to come down. Does it catch the ice with
It's just so over, guys. GG's, Mo wins.
AC, it's a little early, but that shot right there from the Rocket may have been the nail in the coffin here for Pedro. 651, 2 rockets away is Mo Light from another grand finals at CRL World Finals.
Snowball not taking off the shield, so it's going to provide an easy defense for the Dark Prince. Delivery going to come down, 455.
Damn, that rocket cycle's crazy.
Rocket, you're going to get
and
down
GG's. Wow.
It's over. Mohamed Light. 5 World Finals in a row. 2 championships under his belt.
All right, he's in the final, chat.
Returning to the grand final stage is the greatest of all time. The best matchup that you could hope for after playing through a nail biter of a game 3. Mo Light does it again.
We didn't even tell him that he needed to snipe. That was never the plan. All he has to do is get 50-50s. It just feels rude to get that kind of matchup in game number 4.
And you talk about coaching, and I know that Alan's out there screaming, so we're going to shout him out as well. That is what you want.
Dude, poor Pedro, man. I'd probably be fuming if that was me.
The most important game of your career for Pedro.
Yo, no name with the
worst matchup of your entire tournament.
Yeah, Mo winning the whole thing. Cassie, Mo's up against Sub, and Sub 2-0'd Mo.
You do the impossible task of figuring out any way to do any better than Pedro did.
Okay, so, you know, gameplay-wise, what I would have done is...
He's facing Sub. Ricardo with the 2 roses.
I'll stop you right there.
Exactly.
There's no way.
Yeah, there's no way. I thought what he did was great. I thought he was trying to get in Evo snowballs. He was trying to do everything possible. But there's just too many options. The Skellies plus the Dark
celebrating like 2,000. Yo, he is. He's celebrating like 200,000 on the line.
We've been talking about that drill.
20 minutes of talking again? Oh, probably.
Sending the Evo snowball when you have that many
Since this next one's the final chat, there's going to be at least 30 minutes of just straight yap.
Comes to an end. It starts with a first round bye.
What are the finals? The finals are happening next.
Then takes down Adriel 2-1.
Guys, feel free to hit that follow button too. It does mean a lot to me.
Then gets beaten by his best friend.
I'll shout out your name if I can.
Then just like that, sent home.
Ads? You're on TikTok. What are you talking about? Ads.
And then there were 2. $100,000 to 1, $200,000
Jack with the follow.
The crown
Christian with the follow. Jonas with the follow.
Versus Mo Light.
I'm trying to shout out as many as I can.
Back-to-back grand finals.
Follow.
Sub has to be feeling pretty good though. I feel like
Magnus
you're not
Stefan.
really all that worried. You know Mo Light is great. You know he is.
Shout me
but
out
really,
like a good
what he
boy.
showed today and what Mo Light, I mean, it was 3-1, 3-1. So, you know, there's nothing that he did that Sub didn't do as well. And so I feel like that has to
Where's
be a
Riley? Riley's in the
for
crowd.
Sub.
The only man to beat Mohamed Light this entire weekend is the one he's running into in the grand finals. As we talked about before, Stats Royale was this place where Mo ran into someone, you know, in Pedro.
Okay.
That was a rematch there. Sub has obviously ran into Mo many times in their career. Favor has always gone basically to Mohamed Light. Sub trying to rewrite the script. And my goodness, if you didn't catch all the action live, let's take a look back at that beautiful best of 5 here.
4 minutes. Riley didn't qualify, guys. Riley didn't qual. Mo is so tough. Yo, Mikey with the goat, guys. Thank you for all the freaking donos. I appreciate you guys. How many subs for you to do 100 push-ups? What? How many subs? First stream, W with welcome in, John. Why do you have a pink clipper? Guys, this pink clipper is for my chips. Speaking of chips, I need to take a snack. Boy, wait for the final, guys.
I bet you do.
Exactly, Coblin. Guys, feel free to sub up, follow. It does mean a lot to me.
Typical eating potato chips.
Do they have Mo's audio? What's good, Yaz?
We're here at CRL World Finals 2025 at DreamHack Atlanta. Check out this crowd, just absolutely wild. The best we have ever had. I am so pumped for day 2 and day 3.
What is up, Atlanta? CRL Finals Atlanta, DreamHack. Energy of the crowd, the commentating, just awesome to be in the same room as all these other class players.
Spirit Goblin.
I'm a barbarian. And I'm a wizard. Yeah, I'm the King Tower and she's the Princess Tower.
Now it's Halloween, you know, why not dress up?
Oh yeah, we
love the game. It's super lovely. It's my first time here in the World Finals. I love it. The crowd, the atmosphere is amazing. It's amazing. No, we're from New York.
We're from Missouri.
I flew out from LA. I couldn't resist, and I'm glad I did.
Dizzy came on white team.
Great. A lot of great competition, a lot of great games.
I really like seeing a lot of E-Giants.
Game over.
Pedro doing what E-Giant does.
All these guys play at the highest level.
This is why we had to make the trip.
I'm just waiting to see the grand finale. You know?
Yo, where's Daddy B?
Clash Royale's event, for sure.
Did you interview any content creators? Oh, no. Okay, fair enough.
We are just a few minutes away from crowning the next Clash Royale League World Champion. So who better to be with than the first ever solo World Champion back 2017 CCGS, Sergio Ramos. Sergio, you've seen Clash Royale go through so many phases. What's it like being here with this crazy crowd in Atlanta?
Man, this is just great. A lot of people here. I love it a lot.
Guys, the finals after they stopped yapping.
The first time we saw you on stage, you still had braces, and now you have a beard. What's it like growing up with Clash Royale the way you have?
Man, this is just insane. I started playing Clash Royale when I was like 15, I think. Now I am 24. I'm about to turn 25. Just insane. I didn't think I was going to play that much, but I don't know. Maybe I will turn 50 and still playing. Who knows?
Games you play for a lifetime. That's the idea. Sergio, speaking of crazy, we are getting very close to another finish, to another championship. And we just saw an absolutely wild best of 5, an absolutely wild one after that. And now we come up to our finale, Sub and Mohamed Light. I gotta put you on the spot. Who for the 2025 World Championship?
Man, this is so hard to say. Like, Mo, for me, he's just like the best player ever. He's just like, he's so talented.
Crazy.
He's those
Get
like
into the game,
disciplined.
right?
He plays, I don't know, a lot, like 10 hours per day, a lot.
10 hours a day, holy shit.
I don't know, like he's just great. But if I have to say if I have to pick, I would say
Clash Royale
Mo.
10 hours a day would like.
Well, there you have it. The first
like,
ever solo world champion picking Mohamed Light. We'll see in a few minutes who is the 2025 world champ.
Bro, they gotta re-walk out to the stage. All right. Bro, they said the next match would be in 4 minutes. It's been like, how long has it been? I don't even know. Yo, Juicy, you look handsome, man. You know you do.
Hundreds of millions have tried. Only 2 have succeeded. Thousands of hours of training have led up to this moment. He sent Mo to the lower bracket
Mo's gonna win, guys.
yesterday. Can he win again? Everyone, give it up for Cal Sub!
Come on, Sub. Come on, man. This is the dude that 2-0'd Mo.
He's a man who needs no introduction. He is going for his 3rd Clash Royale League
Brandon
World
CR
Finals title.
I'm about to walk out.
For Mohamed.
Oh, that's not me, chat. All right. Shit. Shut your bitch ass up, Brandiddy. Okay. All right. All right. Guys, they're supposed to be me.
Love your vids, keep it up. Sorry I play recruits.
Yo, thank you for the $2 donut, man. But you play recruits? Yo, Z, we gotta lock in, man. But thank you, I appreciate all the love, man. Thank you for the frickin' two. I respect some recruit players.
If I were to win
I respect
this one,
it. Thank you for the 2, dude. I appreciate you,
But there's not enough time, and Mo Light is gonna have to repeat a lower bracket run. Sub gets it done.
Por causa que, como eu falei, todo mundo acreditava, como você falou, todo mundo acreditava no Mohamed.
Olha lá.
E pô, ganhar de um cara desse, você ganha confiança e isso é ótimo pros próximos jogos.
Since I already faced Sub and unfortunately
Thank you so much for the 2 again.
To figure what went wrong and find
Yo,
an
Nash with the
alternative
game
strategy that can
controller.
work.
Treinei bastante, me dediquei bastante, analisei bastante, justamente contra o Mohamed, que é cara que 2 vezes
I
campeão
appreciate
mundial,
all the
então tem
freaking
que preparar
donos on
mais.
all platforms.
E é isso.
Purple app,
May
TikTok,
the better
YT. I
player
appreciate
win.
every single dono, every single viewer. Thank you guys so much for sticking out with me.
And history is upon us. Either a first-time, 3-time world champion, or the first ever Brazilian world champion. And Rich, we're back on the desk.
Yo, this timer is some bullshit.
It's so great to be here. This
I don't know if you can see it in the bottom right. It says
have
40
every
seconds, bro. That shit said 4 minutes, 20 minutes
the
ago.
biggest moment in Clash Royale, and how does it get any bigger than this with the skill level we've seen from these two? Mohamed Light is.
I don't know, Greg. How does it get bigger?
Yo,
get into the game.
In the lower bracket run, and on
Is this
the
the
other
best of
side
5?
of things, Sub has been just. We've known how good he is. He has the most monthly finals appearances out of anybody here without that #1, and today he has the chance to make that #1 happen for the first time as a world championship.
And he got second twice. You know, being the underdog, everyone had doubts about how good he actually was. Well, you got there on points, but you didn't win an actual monthly final. You didn't get it through the LCQ. And I talked to Sub, you know, when we sat down for an interview, and he said he loved
guys,
that.
Sub lost
it showed his consistency.
Sub beat Mo
he thought he was the
yesterday.
strongest player. He was able to do it all year long.
So I don't know if it's
which
gonna
we
be easy wins.
It's all about
Nash with 18
that
roses.
mental fortitude, that perseverance. You get on this stage, you never know what's going to happen, and Sub has played through adversity all year long.
Well, and that's the big thing we've seen.
Bro, this
from
timer
Sub.
said it started in 50 seconds. Bro, it's dead ass been like 3 minutes.
He has played so well under pressure. Anyone can make big, great plays playing at home on your couch when there's nothing on the line, but doing it in front of these many people, the level of micro he's had, the decision-making he's had, it has been world-class.
87% of us were wrong yesterday. 100% of the casters were wrong yesterday, and Sub upset the world. Can he do it again? One thing left to do on that to-do list, and that is to beat the greatest in the world in one best of 5, because he does have a life to give. But we all know getting in an upper bracket grand finals reset against Mohamed Light is not where anyone wants to be.
It just brings so many problems into your head. You go, hey, I had it right there. This cushion, this feeling of maybe it's all going to be okay. The security blanket goes away, and it's just you, your device, and the guy across from you. That
Yo,
gets scary.
Armin, they with a follow on
that
Purple app.
deep
I
into the
appreciate
deck pool,
you.
and you have to start innovating what you want to bring out, when you want to bring it out in the second best of 5. And we
Yo,
just
this Yap
saw
is crazy.
Alan
Holy
pick
fuck.
apart those decks from Pedro, especially in that final game. When you look at that matchup,
Do I recognize any of these dudes? Yo, this dude got a double red. Is that a Dark Goblin? Yo, what the fuck?
In this next best of 5.
And of course, you mix that deck picking with some of the traps that Mohamed was laying during that game, and you're just, GG, well played, good luck next year.
And that's such a great way to put it, as the traps that Mo
Brandon,
laid.
why aren't you starting the match? Yo, Chad, hold on, I'm letting them yap a little more.
Were they swayed by the great plays
Then I'll
from
press my
Sub?
little button over here and start the match.
He gained a percent or 2. 2% he gained.
It was
after
Sud
pulling
with
off
the rose,
one of
thank
the
you.
greatest runs in CRL
Guys, feel free to
World
drop those
Finals
daily
history.
heartbeats. It does
He
mean a
gets
lot to
2
me.
more people out of 100.
Get access to all the
Well,
emotes.
let's go ahead and take a look at what we've been doing here, and my prediction. I don't think anyone's surprised. I'm going Mohamed
is
Light.
Sub on
Again,
the shitter or
it's hard to
something? Why
pick
are we
against him. We've
stalling?
said this a million times. I'm not doing it here at the World Final.
Yeah, I really don't.
Bro,
This is
Brandon,
the
start
one
the
where I
game.
could go
Okay,
either
guys.
way, but I also
Here, I'll start
went
it in
with
30
Mohamed
seconds.
Light, and I truly
worry.
believe if we do have a reset, then it's 100% towards Mo Light. We all went Mo Light across the board on the casting desk, but I've been wrong a lot this weekend, and we were all wrong yesterday when they faced off for the first time. and that 2-1 win by Sub.
And that's been the big thing, is the noise here has not mattered to Sub at all. He's tuned it out so well.
Wait,
he's been calm every time I've seen him in the hallways, at the hotel, here at the convention center. He's done a great job of putting those blinders on and staying focused on the task. And that's what he needs here today to beat Mo.
Such a great thing to point out. Every time you run into Sub, you don't know if he won or lost. He's just the same. He's consistent.
Like he's been let me press my button chat.
You and I have always been people that celebrate the emotionless players on stage because of what it brings when you don't get your emotions involved in matches like this, in moments like this.
All right, I pressed it. Let's see if it does anything.
Are nails when it comes
Yo,
to nerves.
Nash with the Gamer 2025. Thank you so freaking much. W Nash. What a goat. Thank you so much. See, guys, my button worked.
Clash Royale League.
Yeah, button got stream delay.
Champion Sub Mohamed Lights.
Guys, my button worked.
$200,000 and the title.
Brandon, who do you think will win? Mo. Definitely Mo.
And this crowd
I started the game chat. You're welcome.
Is ready in Atlanta.
Lock in. TZ with the heartbeat.
They want to know.
Nash is the Gamer 2025. Lock in, guys. The final.
Light had a lot of success with this deck earlier. See him going back to the well in game 1.
Who you got? Winning. Also love your short slim LFR.
Curious which version it's going to be.
$2. Thank you so freaking much. I got Mo winning. I appreciate all the love, man. Thank you so much for the $2 donut.
Mortar and Evo barrel.
51 roses.
Looking more
this
like
is the final chat. Let's go.
But Berserker also shows
Thank
up
you so
in a lot
much,
of those
AG.
decks.
Genuinely, I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, Berserker is certainly having a coming out party here at this competition.
And Boss Bandit does come in, but with the change of the barrel, usually the log fireball combo. Again, this is a best of 5. You've got to do stuff like that if you want to be in a good position down the line.
Boss Bandit setting up in front of the skeleton barrel, doing some tanking for a moment. Gets the cannon off, pulled towards the
Holy shit!
Dash back to avoid the activation. Mohamed Light, quick on the fingers.
I like that play there by Sub, just recognizing I can activate King Tower if you make a mistake, but I know you won't, so I'm ready to go with the next spot. Great heads-up play from both these guys. Sub still in the lead, even though more damage has been done to his towers.
As a note here, Sub has run these hog decks in practice a lot, but mostly going with a Tesla version or with an XE NATO version. So think about some of those pieces he might be saving for this best of 5.
Definitely. EQ is the spell of choice. I like that instead of going something bigger. I know Juicy talked about the Void spell, but I don't know, buddy. I don't know if that's going to happen today.
Damn, he said buddy.
It's best of 5. It's World Finals. Just about anything can happen. We'll see if we go there right now with 2 minutes away, moving into double elixir time. So far, pretty much razor thin.
Setting up that cannon early, trying to get to the Evo cannon as soon as possible. Evo Firecracker in play already. Nice E-Spirit Plus should clean all this up. An early log! An early log, and Mo saw it! I think Sub thought that the Firecracker was going to pop both of the barrels there because it was the Evo Cracker, and he just misses the log.
All right.
That's a pretty big gap to open up. 716 bottom right tower, 2099 on the top left, and we are getting closer and closer to sudden death.
And a small thing that Sub can hold on to is that there was a misplay there by Mo to activate King Tower with the Firecracker. Evo Mortar down. Earthquake in, Skellies to distract, and the Skellies don't distract!
Holy shit!
They're out of position! 2 shots in, barrel to tank. Goblins take
oh my god, the Boss Bandit!
Boss Bandit on the left-hand side. Mo Light has blown this wide open.
And now he just sits back, doesn't make a mistake.
Mo doesn't lose, Mo doesn't lose, Mo doesn't
and
lose.
rides out these 2 minutes to a Game 1 victory.
First fireball's in. Mo's all smiles right now. Sub doing anything that he can.
Sub's
swimming upstream.
Like reaching right now.
Uphill.
He's just trying everything. Yeah, GG's.
Earthquake
Good game.
Trying to break through.
Wow.
Hog's not going to get it. Fireball puts Mo.
Wow, okay, Mo is 1. Mo's 1-0.
1 for the Pharaoh.
Chat, first to 3 wins.
There.
First to 3 wins. JS, thank you for all the freaking donuts. And of course, AG, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Sub's got to bounce back in
Easy.
Game 2. Major mistakes.
Guys, they can't reuse the same cards they have.
Of the grand finals.
And we talked about that, and he had been so comfortable here so far and have been doing a good job of staying calm, of not getting freaked out, but it hits different when it's the grand final.
It sure does, and we have not seen him make mistakes like that, I gotta say, all year long. He's been a guy that has been nails all year. That's what we were talking about. The king of consistency. His micro, his macro has been perfection all year until
Guys,
this
I'm not
moment
doing a
right
Kahoot.
here.
I'm watching CRL right now.
Absolutely brutal stuff.
Earthquake really didn't get going very much, and Mohamed did a great job of not really giving opportunities to try to break through against the mortar with the Earthquake for those hog pushes. We saw the primary defense being, the Electro Wizard mixed with some other pieces, and that ended up doing the job well enough that Mo didn't ever really seem in trouble during this first
round.
No,
for real,
you can
guys.
see right there in this replay, the Firecracker Evo not popping both.
Bro,
the
I'm never
barrels
responding, guys.
the
I'm
late
literally in
log,
the middle of
early
reading
log,
chat.
Excuse me. And then you see there, the Skellies. Sub knows where to play those Skellies.
Yep.
Anywhere higher than that is a good place to play them. I know what he's trying to do. He's trying to get all three on one side, to
Brandon
walk away,
is my
then come back to the
favorite
Goblin, to
Lumberloon
just
creator.
distract a little longer.
Guys, I don't run Lumberloon.
You got to do it perfectly, or you just got to do it right. You know, you can't go.
What's going to happen now, chat? These dudes are going to be on the screen for about 5
and I
years,
talked about his
and
players
they're going
in
to
these
start
defensive
yapping.
moments. Do you try to do the fancy move, or do you try to do the sure thing?
When is the next game?
Sure
Good
thing
question.
On stages like this.
Yeah, I mean, you got to simplify the game and just execute. And now you got to go back and say, hey, I thought I had it in a good spot in game number 1. Now I have to kind of go back to the drawing board in game number 2.
Chat, don't worry. I'll whip
And
up my
I'm very
button if
curious
they
to
yap
see
too long.
If he at some
Don't worry,
point
guys.
goes back to that graveyard deck that we saw in his previous matchup. He's been running that in practice a ton. That was not an accident that he played like that with that deck. And I'm very curious to see if we get into game 4, game 5, that ends up being a thing.
Chat, should I use my button?
They
are yapping a lot.
To be honest, running into that Cannoneer tower, been able to lock things down with poison, clean up all those swarmy troops, but not the way that the dice fall, as Sub is sitting here resetting for game number 2.
Right,
got to have a memory of a goldfish after a game 1 like that. Not really much of a nail biter, more of a
stretching out
beating.
Yeah, commentators, just know you're yapping too long, so I'll press my button in 10, 9,
Log is
8,
still open.
7,
Let's keep
6,
an eye on
5,
with Substain in
4,
sort of that cycle area.
3,
Where does he go next?
2.
Does he go into cycle? I think maybe he wants to drag it out a little bit later, but that's where he plays.
I pressed my button, chat.
comfortably.
They should be starting
And,
any
you
time
still
now.
have some things. I'm wondering, is there some version of drill or bait he goes here
Funky
early?
feels like a
You know,
Mo
I
win.
think that I'd love to see
I think
Sub
Mo's,
kind of do what Pedro
Mo's
did,
elite
which is
already.
Kind of reset, go maybe minor wall breakers, things like that. I think
Yo,
the
I
way
pressed
that
my
Mo's
button.
been
Let's
playing
start now.
Drill, just go to drill in game 2. You've already got an advantage.
All right, chat,
You've
my
already
button
been playing
worked
it
again.
so perfectly.
Let's lock in, guys.
It's been very hard to stop all weekend. And instead we see Barrel early on here from Sub.
TZ with the pumpkin pie.
And Mohamed Light with the bomber. So drill certainly a possibility here. Drill plus Evo Valk.
And this could just be crazy bait with wall breakers still. Princess, the Dark Gob, the Barrel. Wall breakers high here. There they are.
Takes a little swing from the Valkyrie. All of it shuts it down.
I have no idea what Mo's using. I mean, like, maybe drill.
And with Mo
I think it low-key has to be
he's
drill,
playing
right?
Drill. This is going to be very, very interesting when you start working that Evo snowball into the equation. Maybe using wall breakers to take the drill out more than you'd like. Perfect Fire Spirit jumps. But after losing confidence in interactions in game 1, will Sub be able to pull it off?
Yo, does Mo already win? Nah. Wait.
And goes for the snowball on the Dark Goblin to clear, and that's going to get some good damage.
Wow.
Bomber getting tanked for, and Mohamed Light pretty much
Okay, good
evens
damage,
things
good
up,
damage.
21-71 to 21-33.
Brilliant decision making there by Mo. Nice shot here from the Princess at the bridge by Sub. Probably not going to get many more of those throughout this game. 1965.
Wait, if the Valkyrie pulls the Dark Goblin, then that'll be
Sub in the lead by a hair, and probably
value.
wishes
That's
that
value.
Dark Goblin stayed alive, Rich.
Yeah, Sub taking the bet that Log wouldn't come out in game number 2, and so far so good for him. You saw Mo didn't love that last little bit of interaction, and as we get closer and closer to our double elixir time, he sets up with the Goblin Hut.
Sub really needs to make these double barrels, these Gob barrel evolutions,
Wait,
cause some
that's
damage
cool?
when you talk about the responses that Mo has. Whether it's just making things played awkwardly by Mo, getting things out of cycle for his offensive pushes.
Evo Snowball takes the Valk back.
And there we go.
Wow.
That's exactly what I was talking about. If you're going to defend that way, you have to have the perfect Fire Spirit jump, and his micro is just not on right now.
We've seen the hands shake on stage before, and while we have the face cam, we don't have the hand cam at this World Finals.
Would have loved to see that barrel go opposite side.
Max!
The real goblins on the left-hand side with the tank. Instead, pretty clean defense, 1845.
Bro, we're in the finals, Max. What the hell are you doing?
Great job of consistently
fuck?
pressuring both lanes, and you see it paying off here for Sub as he now puts both towers under 1900.
Oh my god.
And trying to get some
Thank you
princesses
so much,
on the
Max.
board, but giving poison
Holy
value
shit.
is Sub. Dark Goblin dropped in the poison.
Oh boy.
Rich, this is exactly what
Oh my
I
gosh,
am talking
W
about.
freaking Max,
Sub
thank
is
you, dude.
out of sorts at the moment.
Snowball pushes, forces some more drops to cover, but damage done. 1558 on the right hand side.
Guys, so much shit is happening right now. Max, you're a fucking legend.
Still in this fight, has got to lock down
Holy shit.
his interactions yesterday.
Max is gonna distract
Keep in
Mo.
mind, if it's super tight as we get late, Sub will have to get on tower. Mohamed Light does have direct spell damage.
Guys, Max just dropped a
Princess stays
$150
alive just a little longer than Mo would have
Holy
liked.
shit.
Dark Goblin also. And now Princess here to help clean up this Gob Hut. High Valkyrie to block. Beautiful stuff here from Mo.
Thank you so much, Max.
And the Evo Snowball to send everything back. Bomber to try to cover on one side, guards on the other. And it does not allow the wall breakers to connect, but damage on the left-hand side is massive.
Yeah,
down to 1221.
Real Goblins do a lot of damage there. Valkyrie up high to protect against this Princess. Valkyrie on the other side to protect the Dark Goblin. Sub turning the pressure up, building some confidence. That should go down.
Final minute, triple elixir flowing.
You can hear a pin drop, I'm so locked.
And just gonna eat some of that. No, he does not. Last second Valkyrie.
Oh my god.
Bomber taken off the board, but does do the job against the Dark Goblin.
Not only does Sub have the lead, but he has both lanes, and that's gonna be huge here. He can go opposite, but he can also, if he has to, he can win in that right-hand side.
And I love what he's doing with the princesses here, Rich. You know Mo wants to poison the right side, so make these princesses take over
dude has
the
3
board.
fucking princesses
Control
on the board.
Protect your princess.
Goblins on the right-hand side take it down to 1280. Mohamed Light in trouble in both lanes. Poison down, gives him the lead, but for how long?
Pressure, pressure, pressure here from Sub. He cannot let Mo get back on offense. Needs to defend.
The
high drill.
The defensive drill. Will
Mo!
That's enough.
Mo! Holy shit!
Mohamed Light.
Holy shit!
Takes a 2-0 lead.
And Max with the freaking Rose Nebula.
Starts recognizing to stack the princesses
Max.
late.
I don't even know if
Bro's
Bro's still
here.
here.
Poison right-hand side.
Holy.
And then the last
I think Bro
defensive
did.
drill, you
W
see him
freaking
go.
Max, thank you so
That
much.
was pretty
MB
smooth.
with the roses, Ricardo with the
that
rose.
was as smooth as it could be. And you
Holy
saw
shit,
two
man.
things there that we talk about maturity at the end. Is, you know, we talk a lot about how
Holy
you don't
crap,
want to have to
guys.
use the Evo Snowball on defense. It means you're not getting that offensive damage. He uses it to buy himself enough time to reset.
Max versus
and then
Brandon
the drill
1v1.
on defense as well. He knew, hey, you cannot
Guys,
get
if
directly
Mo
on my
wins the next
tower
one, he wins
unless
the
I
final.
let you. I have the lead. I'm locking it down.
It's so easy to lose a game when
Dude,
you
I
feel
know-
like
I
things
know,
are
Ant.
going your way. You're in the lead. You can race
Wow,
to the
dude.
finish line. Mo
Holy
holds
crap,
for
chat.
pause, recognizes, like you said, I need to
Dude,
reset.
dude,
I
thank
need
you
to
for all the
slow
freaking
things down.
donuts.
I
Thank
need
you
to
for all
spend
the
my
follows,
elixir
guys. I
defensively.
appreciate every
I've already
single one of
got
you.
the lead. As long as he doesn't get more damage in, I will win this, and that's exactly what the Pharaoh
Wow.
does, and takes 2-0 lead
Oh my, I
here
don't add
in our
people.
first upper
I don't
bracket
add people,
grand
man.
finals.
I've had
Our
people like
grand
a year, I
finals
think,
here.
right?
And this is where Sub needs to figure out how to quiet that little voice in the back of your head, the one that starts saying, "Oh my God, I don't know if I can do it. This, am I
Bro,
ready
you
for
could?
this?
What do you mean, Chuck?
Can I work
Josh,
my way
follow.
out?" That voice has to be strangled and buried at this
Absolutely.
exact moment.
And you know, you could start
Wow.
to see it in his gameplay as that game kind of evolved. You could see him getting better with his micro interactions. You could see him kind of understand what was going on all
Guys,
across the board in a macro sense.
Guys, this
but
is
the
the
problem
final,
is
right?
he just gave up too much too early on.
This
Mo
is the
Light
final,
saw
right,
it.
chat?
He saw blood in
I'm
the
pretty
water,
sure
just
it
like a
is.
shark. He goes after him relentlessly, and then he goes, "Okay, Sub, you started to clean some stuff up.
Yeah,
Let me
final.
now
Okay.
slow down." As you said,
Mo
reset,
wins this
play
one,
some
he wins
better
the whole thing.
defense, and it was just beautiful stuff here from the goated one.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
he took care of business as you expect, and now we
Mike,
get
you
into
to go,
this
Bob. Guys,
real
feel free to
question
drop those
of,
daily
hey,
heart
if
beats. It
Sub
does
is
mean a
going to
lot to
win
me.
in this first best of 5, he has to win in the championship rounds,
Holy shit,
in
dude.
Game 4 and Game 5. And we talked about this in the best of threes, where you're looking at kind of that rhythm of typically it's going to be one
Brick with the
cycle
donut.
deck and
Brick,
a couple of big or one big and two small. And in this
Brick,
case, he now has
off,
3 ahead of him. He's
thank
gone
you.
cycle twice.
Yeah, and that control deck, that Dark Prince Tesla Miner Rocket deck is just lurking
what are these commentators?
if you will, knowing that it's going to be near impossible other than getting another Miner control deck basically against
You're not muted? Yeah, I know.
Or maybe that's when you bring out
I'm just ignoring everyone that says I'm
maybe
muted,
just fares
chat.
a little
Lock
bit
in.
better. Obviously, drill the
MW
worst
with the
case scenario, but at least maybe if you can Miner, you can meet him in damage, you can go that control against each other, or if you can get Graveyard in, you at least have a way to get more damage on tower than those drills that were.
I can hear yo AG, they're trolling me. Do commentators even mute button? No,
For
literally.
that Miner Rocket deck, because now that we've seen the rhythm he can get into it, it feels like it's about to call Sub at home and say, "What's your favorite scary movie?"
And honestly, if I'm Sub, I gotta be scared of that deck. Because Mo's got 2 lives
Mo
to
3-0?
give,
Mo's
and
2-0.
it covers
He wins
so
one
much because
more.
it just relies on him doing what he does best. Mohamed Light, which is
Mo
defend
wins one more and he's
just get
locked.
Miners out. Here we go. Game 3. Will this be a clear sweep?
Wait, are we already in?
our
Oh my God, we're
first grand
already in.
finals? Or will Sub be able to turn things around?
Another big question here is if Sub goes cycle, which it looks like he's going to be doing, what does that leave him for games 4 and 5? Right, it's pretty easy to put him on some stuff when you get into the championship rounds. Now that we're 3 cycle decks down.
And we see the Tesla and log out already for Mo Light. Looking like it could be a version of Mortar
yeah,
here.
Sub's running Mortar,
Sub.
right? Sub has to be running Mortar.
And gonna figure out what the spell power is relatively soon on both sides.
Cannon cart breaks down, plenty away from that
They
tower.
face again, guys. If Mo wins this, he wins the whole thing. So Sub has
Mo
to
forced
win.
to cover those skellies, and you see him going, all right, I had to do that.
Looking like he could be going to Hog Rider.
Good little bit of pressure here from Sub on the left-hand lane, and now going back to the right. Tesla out for Mo.
Still haven't seen what the second Evo is from Sub.
It's first to 3, it's best of 5.
A game for pressure and a late Fire Spirit.
And it survives.
Beautiful interaction there.
MJ with the heartbeat.
So spell-wise, what's Mohamed got going on here? Obviously, Earthquake is
MJ,
what you would think
I just had
of, but
college. I
Lightning
would have
open
gone
as well.
if I didn't have college.
And there you go. Lightning comes down in the back there. Mo at 27.66.
Of course I wear tank tops 24/7. You're one of the greats.
The one nice thing is the Lightning is so expensive, you can start to stack cannon carts one side,
Wow,
Skelly's Kelly King the
what
other.
a nice
You can
Tesla.
defend your mortar a little bit more. You can get a little more aggressive with mortars because you have the cannon cart there that can break down, but
MJ with the
the
rose
thing that you're
WMJ.
thinking about is how do I get damage on tower? I need a barrel to get through, or I need a mortar to connect, and those are 2 very difficult things to do against Mo Light.
Middle mortar picks it up with the Mighty Miner.
And cannon cart. It's getting a lot of lightning value there, maybe trying to bait it out of Mo, and he does take it.
But these are going to be some big hits. 2 from the Hog, I
2.
believe. Oh, it stops the second.
Okay. Only 1 Hog
Now
hit.
the mortar down. Evo mortar in play. Fire Spirit, wow. Perfect timing on that Fire Spirit. Bat goes down just in time.
Yo, I know Sub's
Skelly
like
Kings in
shitting
both
bricks right
lanes.
now.
Evo Firecracker trying to work on the defensive side. Mortar still at about a 1/3 health.
He needs his arrows to get rid of that Firecracker right now. Does Sub, not able to do it. Mortar off the board, no damage in.
You should expect a little King Tower activation there. That will be helpful in the long run.
Firecracker splash goes to the other side. Mo Light still has both lanes at his disposal.
Sudden death overtime.
Yeah, bro, like there's like Sub has to be. Yo, MJ
And Sub
with
setting
the
up the Skelly barrel way low.
MJ gift sounds are off because of.
And I like how Mo is just not even. I'm not even going to play with it. Every time that cannon card's in the back, I'm going to take the light value. I don't care what lane it's in. I don't care which tower is lower. At least right now, 90 seconds remain in overtime.
I appreciate you.
Game 3, grand finals.
It's all good. You're a freaking legend, MJ. Thank you so much, genuinely.
And a bit of a stalemate
genuinely
for Sub.
Yeah, he's got to figure out what can he do to get to the second level. He's again in a situation.
And that Firecracker is going to be.
Oh,
all right, Sub lost.
Does get a shot in. Mighty Miner bomb goes off as well.
Sub
and
lost.
Sub cannot get on offense. Tesla here to block? No. Mighty Miner to kite. or distract. Skeleton King looking for it, and a perfect lightning again from Mo. But a shot does get in, late ability, and that's going to be very little damage. And Mo
Ronnie,
goes,
if Mo wins this one, he wins it all.
but that one goblin stays alive.
Bro,
Yeah,
look at Mo. He is
like
so
a
calm.
late
Look at
gasp
bro
there.
smiled.
There was just one little ghostly skeleton there.
And looking for the mortar defensively as Mo goes lightning early. This is a last chance effort here for Sub. He's got to win the game with this push.
Yeah, he lost.
He's not even going to get to the push. Mo Light trying to break through an ocean of goblins, and still Mo Light's hog gets on tower.
Mo has to get to that lightning. That's a lot on the left-hand side, a lot on the right-hand side.
And going for the block is Sub. Now maybe going to drop goblins in the back. Mo's looking for it, trying to find a spot
stop
for
texting
that
my
lightning.
little sister.
And there it is.
Oh my god! Holy shit!
Three down!
Holy shit! Sub almost blocked it. Oh my
Sub
gosh!
on stage, still wondering what happened. An
Dude.
onslaught. 3 up, as you said, and
Chuck sent $2 dono on
from the
YT.
goated
Please stop
one.
texting my little
That's one of the things about this
Yo,
deck
Chuck, I
that
don't do
find
that.
is
Okay, man,
very
no way you drop
difficult
$2
to do is
just
when
to
you're
say
playing
that.
against someone that understands
Losing
the
to group
macro
7.
matchup. It's so
Mo
difficult to get damage
won
on tower.
the
If their
frickin'
deck is
CRL.
defensive at all,
Wow.
you're relying strictly on them to make a mistake.
Wow.
And that's not something Mo Light does. At least the Boss Bandit version forces you to make mistakes.
Was this not the
because of
game?
how
I'm pretty
strong
sure
it
this
is, how
was the
much
final,
damage
right,
it does.
chat?
But this is all cards that have just
Wow.
been in the game
Bro,
for a very
the
long
lightning,
time, very
dude. Bro,
controllable.
you know how much
And Sub
aura it would have
not
been for
finding a
Sub
way to
if
break
he blocked
through
the lightning?
once.
Well, and
Mo
two
just
games
asked
in a
for some
row
tips.
where he kind of forces himself. It's
Wait,
tower
what?
or die, right? In game number 2,
This is a bracket
didn't have
reset,
anything
bro?
to get direct damage on tower.
What?
Game number 3, he just has the arrows.
There's
And those
another
arrows will do
round?
something, but you're not going to get
This
much there
isn't
at the end.
it?
So you start getting deeper in that game. You start
Wait, is
falling
that not it,
behind,
chat?
and you start panicking.
Does
You
Mo
start
not
trying
win?
to make big time plays, and we saw a few times.
There's more
He
games?
put Mohamed under pressure, but Mo was just so comfortable, so ready, sitting back there.
Bro, did
and
Mo
he
not
used
win
it to
3 in a
just
row?
Press the advantage to get that win.
And just nothing for 3 games here from Sub. Just felt like he was on his back foot the entire time. Mo had his number from the get-go. And in case you're new or unfamiliar with our format, wondering maybe why this is not all over, we are now in our grand finals reset. There are at most 5 more games in the 2025 season of CRL, and Mo Light is looking for that 3rd title.
Man, if I'm back there and I'm Sub, I am just going through everything
I am
I've
fucking
ever
confused,
done,
chat.
looking at something. Do I need to get off the decks that I've played so far? Do I need to completely change directions? Keep in mind, we saw 3 cycle decks back to back to back.
Yeah.
And
Yo, CRL fix your
Mohamed
internet,
Light
man.
was just covered.
Yo, fix your internet.
Got your decks. I've picked them out based off what just happened. Just chill. Don't think about it. Don't think about what just happened. Do everything that you can to reset. You've played this game for tens of
Cassie,
thousands
every
of
single
hours.
person watching
There's
the stream
nothing
is
you can
lag. If
learn
you go into
right now
Jinxie's
in
live,
5
he probably had
minutes
lag
that's
at the
gonna
exact same
change
time.
anything.
It's not
he
me,
just needs
guys.
to get back to his gameplay. You were talking about there was desperation moves over and over, micro mistakes over and over. He just
Yo,
needs
Luce
to
with
lock
the
down
hat
and
and
slow
Muzzy
down.
Jacks
You know,
with the
there's
heart
Mo
me.
Light
Thank you guys
effect
for all the
of playing
freaking
too
donuts. You guys are
passively,
genuinely
but there's
amazing.
also
Thank you
this
so
new
much,
effect
guys.
of, all right,
Genuinely.
I need to get hyper aggressive, and it works a little bit. We saw it with Sandbox yesterday, but this is still Mohamed Light. He is going to be able to, as we talked about,
while this match
reset
starts,
like
I'm
he
going to
did
run
in
to the
that game
restroom real
too.
quick.
You've
Hold on, I'll be
got
right
to
back.
be able to get some damage in and then reset the pace. You can't run away with it against him.
Well, you know, the other thing to think about that could be good for Sub here, and it kind of goes against Jose V's style as a coach, is just go for a hard matchup. Go for that hard counter, go for something that's a big swing, and try to get one game under your belt and just get on to those next few with an advantage. That's really, really hard to do, and I know they're back there working on something.
And as they're back there working on that, let's take a look at what just happened in our first grand finals. One more to go.
All right, chat. So guys, clean your room, guys. Like, why are we talking about my room? So guys, let me understand this right now, okay? is this. So is there a whole nother best of 5 happening? Is there a whole nother best of 5 happening? Is that what I'm understanding now? Yes? Okay. I'm going to the gym right after this, guys, so I might, like... Who wants to see me change? I'm sorry. I'll never say that again. Lose with the heartbeat. Bro, I'm gonna put on my compression shirt. Trust me. Trust me. Another best of 5? I do. Me. Okay. Nobody said that. Love you, Pookie. Thank you. See? Guys, I'm not gonna wear this. I'm gonna wear a compression shirt. What is this, like, non-copyright ad music? What is this music?
Rich Slayton here with the two-time and
Who the hell are you?
world champion Mohamed Light. Tell me about this year for you and how you view coming into World Finals.
This year, I think it was probably the most difficult year for me because I think I did not do as well as I did in previous years, and hopefully I can defend my title this year.
You and Mugi have traded off world championships, but you have a chance to be the first one to go
I'm wearing my
for 3
Gymshark set.
back-to-back. Does that change how you view things at all? Do you feel the pressure of that mounting?
Coming into this event, we both have 2 world championships. Well, I hope I can win my third one.
Get into the game.
People, maybe most people, consider you the greatest
I'm
of
not
all
wearing
time
leggings.
in Clash Royale.
Okay.
What does that make you think, and what do you think sets you apart from everybody else?
It makes me happy that there are some people who consider me as the best in the game. At the same time, with that it comes a lot of expectations from people, which
and they
can
still
be
gotta
difficult
introduce the
to
same
manage
motherfuckers that have been
sometimes.
playing
You
for the
are
last 3
rapidly
days.
approaching a pretty big number. The first person to ever hit $1 million.
Yo, MJ, I'll be being
total
interviewed
prize
next
money
year,
from
don't
Clash
worry.
Royale. Do you ever think about that number? That's kind of crazy from a game you play on your phone.
To come to this day and think about that, it's really amazing because I never thought I'd come this far, honestly.
Yo,
game,
same,
so
right?
Makes me really proud and happy of my work throughout the years, and I'm hoping for more.
You might be the most well-known name in Clash Royale worldwide.
Oh, thank
Is
you.
there anything you'd like to say to your supporters, people watching at home?
Thank you.
I'd like to thank everyone for supporting me over the years, especially my family, my mom, my brother. I love everyone, and hopefully I can make everyone supporting me proud this year.
Thanks a lot, Mohamed. And I know I speak
man.
for everyone when we're very excited to see what you do this weekend.
Oh, thank you. I hope I can perform.
Hopefully I can win. I'll do my best.
All right, lock in. Lock in. Bro, is that crown right there the trophy? Or am I just tripping? Because that would low-key be a good trophy. Is that the trophy
This
right
last match, the telestration here is going to be huge.
I don't look like the
we're
guy
going through
interviewing
game
Mo.
2, about the last 20 seconds, to really break down for you guys what exactly
Evo
happened.
talker.
So number 1
They ain't talking
here,
to you.
I just want to say 3 princesses on the board, insane control from Sub. And the idea here is to bait out the poison. But Mo, he's got the expertise. He understands that he has to play poison on the right-hand lane in order to basically continue to get that damage, right? But these princesses are stacking up. The Goblin Barrel's flying in. The Valkyrie here cleans up really well, as well as the Bomber, and then he gets the poison down. And I like what Sub is doing. Once again, the 3 princesses, but also the Dark Ob and Wallbreaker's attack, trying to pressure Mo to make him a mistake.
SS
but
with the follow-on
that is
purple
what
app.
it
Thank
takes
you
to
so
be a world champion. He gets the defense done after dropping that poison. And what a match, what an ending, what a reaction from Mo as well. He played it really, really well. Really impressive stuff all around. We're getting another matchup for you guys set up so I can, break that one down for you as well as we're waiting for Mo and Sub to continue to prepare for the final best of 5 of the day. And we are hopping straight into this game. So much pressure in the right-hand lane. I really liked what Sub was doing, though. He made everything
if they reintroduce the same 2 people that just played, I'll be heated. Yo, just play the game.
Pressure. And then the big question that you guys are probably wondering at home, why is Mo not playing this lightning on this tower? And
no, what I'm wondering is why we start the next game.
Most healthy troops in its radius, which includes the tower. So he knows that Sub is ready and trying to deflect this, first with the bats, and while Sub continues the dual lane pressure, he's continuing to basically play troops by his tower in order to try and deflect that lightning. But Mo hits 2 Spear Gobs and gets the final hit on the tower to clutch the match.
FR.
Unbelievable, unbelievable.
Okay with the heartbeat.
Andrew, Rich, is there anything that you guys have to say about what we just seen?
I mean, the biggest question for me is in that game that we just saw the last replay with the Lightning, you know, that mortar deck, Juicy. That deck,
the finals are about to happen.
Through in those moments.
Mikey
you know,
and Ellie with the Eurosons
cannon cart, the barrel, but nothing's getting on tower.
Right. No, it's tough. I also like what you said about Mo not messing around with the cannon cart. Is every time it dropped down, he's just lightning it off the board repeatedly. I think the best way to break through in that situation is to kind of do what he did, you know, apply pressure with the mortars. It's unfortunately Sub's defense just wasn't enough with Mo's continuous pressure with the hogs.
Can I like fast forward?
We saw all those lightning block attempts. We saw the bats out there, a 5-piece troop. Of course, we saw a gang out there. That 6 on top of it, but then of course the Gobs not able to pick it up as he went for 2 and 1 on the outside. Thanks, Juicy. We really appreciate the extra insight there as we get some time for our championship.
Oh, thank goodness. At least
guys,
the last
guys,
gasp
at least
here
you're not reintroducing
to see if
them.
you
Thank
can
goodness.
be a champion. It's Sub with the entire nation of Brazil behind him. We've seen the booth over here. There's a booth that's had about somewhere between 6 and 55 Brazilians in there throughout this entire time. I know everyone's cheering for him there. Can he beat and stop Mo from being our 3-time world champion?
I mean, since we've been in teams mode, you know that no matter what the matchup is, they're always going to root for their home guy in Sub. And here we go. Grand Finals.
Notice, dude, they're stalling. Notice how they yap till the last second. They're stalling. That's why they're yapping so much.
Or can Sub take the championship?
All right, we're in the final,
Brazil?
chat. We're in the final.
Sub going something fast one more time, and he did not like
Big egg
losing that Dark Goblin so quickly. And there's a mortar connection to open up the game.
I mean, that is already a horrible start for Sub. You talk about not letting the mortar lock on the Skellies. Dark Goblin comes in. It's the closest unit. Mortar goes to the closest unit that's in range. Gets on top of the Dark Goblin. That's wasted elixir. Then he has to overspend with the minions, and then Mo gets a connection. Easy fireball there.
I really don't love seeing
Are they
Sub
running a
go
mirror
right back
matchup?
to a cycle deck to open things up. I don't believe that mortar gets there. No, not with the Goblin Gang. There is an activation you can pull there.
And Mo's done it during World Finals.
Yep. You know, it's interesting in this situation, we're talking about maybe looking for Sub to go with something heavy. He's not super great with
Sub, you're just gonna let the mortar hit? Game with the heart me.
He's okay with things like Graveyard, the
Yo,
lava deck.
Sub's
We might
dead
see
ass
him
just
go
letting the
lava,
mortar
P.E.K.K.A.
connect.
Bridge spam.
Yo, what are we doing?
But those big, heavy ones that are usually the massive swings, not really in his wheelhouse.
Yeah, and you know, I do understand how strong they are in the meta right now, but it's always so tough to kind of, you know, place and pray, as we say when we talk about heavy decks. You know, we always talk about outplayability with faster cycle decks, which is why you see Sub continuing to go that direction. But maybe a beatdown attempt is the way to go after the first 3 games didn't go your way. Mo does allow that mortar to connect for a couple shots on the left-hand side, so Sub not down, or down but not out. And this boss bandit should be cleaned up.
Down but not out. Sub's getting shafted right now. What are you talking about,
man? Goblin Gang down in time, timed with that boss bandit reset ability, but it was a little bit too far outside.
Sub's getting dominated, bro. What are you talking about?
Connects, and Sub's right back in this one.
Going for a near mirror here, but obviously the E-Wiz and the Dark Goblin, 2 very different pieces of this equation, and the fireball from Mo hitting that Dark Goblin, I'd start abusing it if I was Sub and then figure out a way to get the minions involved as well.
Bro, I thought that was on tower.
There you go, minions high, fireballs out.
What a fireball, too.
And there's the Dark Goblin, just the way you want to see it. That's going to be, I was just going to say, that's going to be so much.
But he got 2
this
boss
matchup,
bandits
Rich,
down.
to
All
get
right,
that
hold
fireball
on. Mo
out
might
from
be cooked here.
And then abuse the other card that is best used with, or best defended with fireball.
And what a smart skeleton barrel up there at the top,
Bro,
knowing that it was going to get taken down and pop those skeletons to control those boss bandits.
Yeah, skeleton barrel is just such a great siege defense, you know, after its evolution especially. You talk about that double drop, it does so much damage, and then your opponent sits there and goes, is it even worth trying to take care of the skellies? Fireball in, now the minions come down. There you go, Clockwork. Clockwork usually doesn't work against Mo Light, though.
Sudden death overtime. Mohamed Light with a fairly solid lead, 1570 on the left-hand lane, 1728 on the right-hand tower for Sub.
And I was just gonna say, I'd love to see a high Dark Goblin there, but almost on walking towards the other side. Now, maybe giving some value here.
And just continue to chip away in both lanes. We
What
talk
the
about the things
fuck?
that Mo does very well. It's early dual lane pressure.
And the interactions with the Boss Bandit definitely going in Mo Light's favor, at least in this instance. 1570, 2084, game 1 of our upper bracket grand final reset.
Oh my god, this is a close game.
You see with the lead right now, he's comfortable to go defensive mortar and just be the one controlling.
Still trying to figure out what that last card is from Sub. Feeling more and more like it is Lightning.
500 damage. Mo's
Evo
up right
mortar
now.
sets up on the right-hand side. Final minute, triple elixir. The last thing that Sub can have happen is to go down 4 in a row.
Dark Goblin gets sniped there. And Sub,
Mo
once
has
again,
double
just
boss
finding an
bandits.
incredibly difficult time breaking through. Maybe he heard us talking about how that other deck doesn't work very well, but this
Holy
one also really struggling to get on tower.
And arrows once again, yeah.
Yep. Makes sense, but just not ideal, Rich. And another mortar down for Sub. 18 seconds remains. He needs that mortar to connect and then some. And there's just absolutely no way as another thing on the right-hand side.
Holy
Boss
crap,
Bandit
I didn't
breaks
even
on
see
through.
that.
Barrel's gonna drop down. Sub, 4 in a row to his opponent.
All right, yo.
And only 2 lives to
why
give
is
in his 2025 run.
Seb, how the hell did he beat Mo last time, bro? You just got shafted, man.
Feels like he's
Wow.
facing off against Thanos. I am inevitable.
All right, yo, lock in with the commentators,
Crowd
though. Lock
can
in.
feel it. Sub seems to be feeling it. And Mo knows history
Lock in.
is on the line. The first ever 3-time world champion. That'd be a nice title to have back home.
Okay. Guys, most of
You
win
gotta
2
wonder
more.
what Sub
2
is
more than bro has it.
thinking about here.
I'm
You
heading
know, I
back
talked
at
about some of
Bicep.
his deck pool. He's pretty
Dude,
good
it
with
is the guy,
Bridge
Mark.
Spam decks, Lava. We saw
Yeah,
that
bro said,
graveyard
"I
he
am
played really
inevitable."
well.
All right.
We haven't seen much in the way of Mega Knight decks, and Mega Knight can be good against a lot of the cycle stuff
Holy
that
crap,
Mohamed has
man.
been playing.
Holy crap.
Curious to see if he does break away from the cycle comfort and go to that sort of
Sub is a
second
fraud.
level
I
of his
thought he
deck
had a
pool.
chance to
I
do
mean,
well.
it just feels like they
I
have
hope he gets
tried
at least
to
one
throw
win, bro. He might
everything at
not.
the wall here against
Fire
Mo,
the
and
commentator?
nothing
No, deadass,
is
dude.
sticking.
Deadass.
Nothing is breaking through. I mean, again, we talk about the excellence that we've seen from
Holy
Sub
crap.
all weekend long, all year long, and right now it feels like Mo is almost toying with him out there on the battlefield.
Yeah, this is a difficult spot,
This is the
and
final,
especially
man.
when you think about the level of comfort that Mo already has with deck picking. And you think about this phase of it, right? We
Is
talk
Riley
about
still
the
in, guys?
nerves
Riley never
when
even
you're actually
qualled.
playing the game itself,
Yeah.
but the nerves in this period when you're trying
Riley
to go
never
through,
qualled.
remember your progressions, you have your sheet in
Why
front
is
of you
Brune
and make
Giant
those choices.
talking at the top of my
the
screen?
confidence level that Mohamed Light has when he's making those deck picks here.
Yeah,
Sub
Riley
has
was never
certainly
in.
been in this position many times, but it's a little bit different, and you're trying to make that choice that's the do or die choice. I feel like the decision fatigue, the lockout, must be so difficult.
Yeah,
Yo, bad
I mean,
baby freaking Rose,
absolutely,
man.
because again, you're trying to anything that you can, and we know how important that is. I mean, infamously, we talk about.
Right,
I mean, Mo could have already
20-minute
been
yap.
a 3-time champion had he not picked wrong on stage. brought
If
the
Mo
wrong
wins
piece
2
of
more,
paper.
he
right?
wins.
Well, it seems like right now Sub might have the right piece of paper, but just not the right decisions
You're
to
hitting
make.
Diddy
And
Cage
that's the best
stealing my
thing
berserker.
about your coach,
What?
especially online, is they can sit there and make those unbiased, objective decisions without feeling the heat of the room and the lights and the crowd and the moment.
I want to see Sub do 2 things. I want to see him pick a deck that has direct tower damage.
Yes.
And I want to see him
Riley
pick a
was-
deck that can go all the way to triple and then make a big
I didn't mean it
downhill
like that.
push and force
You need
Mohamed
to-
Light to play
guys, I haven't played
I
in
wanna see him go
arenas
back
in
to
a
Graveyard.
minute. I don't have
I
any
like that
tips
you
for
were bringing
arena
that up
players.
earlier.
can't lie.
I really don't want to see him try drill because of how bad he could match up. I don't want to see him try to go in a.
Riley's
I
here,
would
but he's
be
not playing.
More okay with a minor off,
All right,
if
I
you
think
will,
they're about to get
than I
in.
would a drill situation. But I would like to see him
think
go
they're about to get in.
maybe to drill. Game 2, grand finals coming your way.
W's.
Fireball and Barb Barrel and E-Wiz all out for Mohamed, and he goes minor. And might Sub be doing the same?
It feels like Mo is just going to control again, and I think Sub is hearing you, Rich. I think he's going to try to go a little heavier,
this
go
the
RG.
final,
Yep. And I think
final set
Mo is
here.
just right back to defending, cycling. Miners on tower. He's got the guards. He's got the Evo Ice Spirit. He's got the log.
Mo's using
He's
that
got so
rocket
many
cycle
ways
shit.
to reset and stun and control that Royal Giant. Does take a Royal Ghost shot, and Mo goes,
Yeah, Sub's
all right,
using RG.
You can have that first thing in 4 games.
Yeah, bro, this is Mo's bread and butter.
Generally, Sub is viewed as being pretty good with Royal Giant. We haven't seen him play it a lot in competitive compared to the more cycle-heavy stuff he's been doing.
We saw him do great with it against Pedro earlier today, so I like that he's going back to something that did work. Mo already recognizing, all right, I know what I'm up against.
It's 1-0.
I'm going to just get a Tesla down,
Mo's
try to
winning.
get towards my Tesla evolution. Good luck breaking through.
1-0, Mo's winning.
Guards are going to give a lot of trouble to that Fisherman.
I'm just not AI. Okay.
And the tension in this room right now, Andrew.
Yesterday we said it, I can echo it right now, as there's hundreds of people behind us and you could hear a pin drop. Waiting, hanging on bated breath to see, will the GOAT be the first ever to repeat the first 3 time? Or could the Cinderella story of Sub continue on?
First Royal Giant.
I just don't know how you're going to break through, how you're going to beat the cycle. Teslas are out early. Guards are always there to protect the Fishermen.
Bro, I feel like Mo
Logs
has
and
matchup
Ice Spirits.
here, man.
Oh my.
Oh my, indeed. Evo Tesla out preemptively.
I mean,
and
that's,
look at that.
That's just one of those things where you're like, I don't even care about playing my Evo when you're not on offense. I just need to, just Sim City, as we call it. Buildings down, always gonna have that second building ready. You have another RG, I have another Tesla. Guards off the board instantly.
Bro, Mo's cycle is just too fast. Holy shit.
Lead is, for the moment, for Subs, 27-13 to 26-68. From the top right of your screen down to your bottom left. And now Sub gets aggressive at the bridge.
And hyper aggressive at the bridge. Log plus E-Spirit to clean up the guards. And I was gonna say, should get a shot, but there's that Evo Ice Spirit we were talking about. Just so many ways to control this game. The only way to win this is for an Evo Royal Ghost to cause problems on Sub's end. That's what Sub needs to have happen. How can I make the Evo Royal Ghost make Mo spend more than he wants? And Mo goes, I'm very happy to take that tower damage, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, we saw him doing that the other day, throwing this rocket on top of the cycled RG in the back.
Dude, okay, once you get to triple, bro, I feel like Mo might be in danger.
Evo Ghost cycled in the back for Sub.
And I like that delivery, going to that inside in the hopes that it would go back and help. Doesn't do it here, gets taken off the board. And now this is what you were talking about. Can the Evo Ghost do a little work? This case, not gonna give him much.
And Mo still gets the damage on the RG and the tower from the rocket. 21-46, 26-27. 1 minute remains in overtime.
Low Tesla here. That's gonna give some fireball value.
Dude, the Fisherman. Nah, never mind.
You almost feel bad for him.
Mo
like
just
you did
wins.
for Pedro. There's just no way to break through.
Yeah, Mo just wins. Mo just wins.
Brandon Limited.
Royal Giant to the right hand lane.
Hit. Yo, sup,
trying to force
man?
expenditure out away from his
thanks
weak
for the
side
2,
tower. Evo
but,
Ghost goes
I'm
into the
not letting you
guards.
hit,
Maybe
dude.
to add
It's
pressure
not
in both
happening.
lanes. Cleaned up by the delivery and log.
Mo Light looks more locked in than we've ever seen him before, Rich.
Let bro hit? Okay.
Just a few more moments of defense from Mohamed Light. We see the little smile.
Yeah, Mo wins.
5 in a row.
What about me? Okay. Yo, Supman, thanks for the $2 dono on YT.
Game wins.
I'm not letting you hit, though.
Right?
Like, I don't swing that way. Thank you, though. I appreciate you.
What can you say?
I'm speechless. There's no way to break through.
Bro,
There's no
Mo has
stopping that
won
man
5
right
in
now.
a fucking row.
You need a miracle. You need divine intervention.
Holy crap, man.
I don't know if we'll find it here.
Yo, and Nan with the follow on Purple Amp.
Somewhere.
Oh,
Sub
Setman,
has to
what do you
find
have to say?
inspiration.
Brandon, am I your #1 King
And the
Daddy
will to battle
Destroyer?
back.
Like, yo, Setman, what?
I mean,
like,
you talk about this matchup, Rich.
What are you
and,
asking
know,
me, man?
You
What the
got to
hell?
think about that deck because Mo's been so
What the
dominant
hell?
with
Thank
it.
you for the 2, though.
But what do you do?
What
Do you
the hell
just
is a
run? Are
King
you hoping
Daddy
that you
Destroyer?
run it against him in a mirror match? I don't know if I want to be in a mirror match.
Thank you, though.
Against Mo
Yes.
with that deck. So Sub tries to go back to what worked against Pedro here.
Nick with the
you're
let him
leaning
cook.
on the strongest card in the game in the Evo Royal Ghost.
I
Royal
called going
Giant's been
after
very strong
Setman.
this
Chat, I did
weekend.
not say I would. Okay.
But there's just no way to break through. You got the Ice Spirit, the Evo Teslas. Tesla cycled over and over and over, controlling the board, making sure that Royal Ghost can't
Jilly
do
with the
anything. The
heartbeat.
delivery to clean up everything piling up at the bridge.
Chad, if Mo
The
wins this
log
next one,
plus
it's
the
over.
Ice Spirit, everything is just so
Ben with the follow.
clean. Absolutely brutal. Then you go back to game 1. Mo made this deck popular this weekend. He swaps out the log for the bar barrel in a best of 5. Sub goes Princess instead of Cannoneer. Just doesn't even have a chance.
Yeah, you are. Right.
And I'm
as of
telling you right
yeah.
now, the last thing I want to see out of Sub with the bar barrel and the log gone is going to bait. We saw him do it. We actually saw the exact same sequence
I'll be up there
happen
next year. Don't worry
the other
about it.
day.
Don't worry
I asked him
about
about it. He went to
Don't
bait
worry
once
about it.
bar barrel and log were gone. He got the win against Mohamed, knocked him down. You have to know. You have to believe that Allen and Mohamed Light are prepared for that eventuality, and they have something cooked up very specifically to cover bait in this exact situation.
Go for broke. I'm telling you, maybe go.
What's the score, guys?
You know,
Mo wins this
Rockets
next one,
out.
he wins it all.
Obviously, maybe bringing Lightning in as Mo Light and Allen. But you've got to think of maybe going Graveyard with Vines and Poison. Stop thinking about saving and just start thinking about surviving.
I mean, that might be the most perfect
Are these
thing you
their
could have said
coaches,
here.
bro?
Don't
Who
save,
are these dudes, like,
just
standing next to
survive.
them?
And Sub, I have to
Yeah, we
wonder
are
what
live.
he's
We're live
looking
on all
through. We saw
platforms.
him last match. He ran that Graveyard deck with success, ran Bridge Spam, didn't come out very well for it against Pedro.
I mean, maybe go to the skies? I don't know. We haven't seen a lot of lava. It's had medium success.
And he's a pretty decent lava
Press
player.
the button
He's
here,
a
right,
guy
chat.
who can play
All right,
lava.
ready?
I
I'm
mean, I
pressing
think
the
some of the
button in
concerns
5,
there are
4,
what spells
3,
are left.
2,
but
1,
at
I
this
pressed
point,
it.
you can't have concerns.
Let's
You just have to
freaking
go,
go. King with the
go, go.
All right.
And here we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Mohamed Light.
Guys, see, my button
On
works.
the
I can press
precipice
it whenever I want.
of
Let's
history.
go, chat. Why
Can
you
Sub
look
stop
like
him?
Berserker? All right, guys. If Mo wins this, he wins it all.
You see there his biggest rivals of
Let's
Sub,
go, Mo.
Pedro and Mo
Elliot
Light.
with the rose,
He
Deb
was
with the
able to deal
heartbeat.
with one of them today. The other one, giving him a lot harder time. You see the Gob Cage come out and Mo nod. Maybe he is going to the skies.
Yep.
Could also be going Piggies. Could be going Piggies Zappies.
I think it's Lava
Zap
Hound.
makes me think to the skies.
I think it's Lava Hound.
Zap certainly does feel that way. We have seen him run Royal Hogs pretty well, but Zap would be a strange choice.
Zap with Royal Hogs, really?
And Mo going with this very
It's
popular
lava.
bait deck on ladder. We'll see if he's going to rock the Rascals or if he's got a different trick up his sleeve. I like this call from Mo, though, because you know Sub is feeling the pressure, and you have to have your micro interactions absolutely dialed to keep up with this deck that Mo's running, especially when you get to triple.
I think Mo has matchup again. Bro, Sub is getting so unlucky.
And the
Yeah.
curse comes out defensively.
Mo just has matchup, bro. It's just as simple
Damage
as
in
that.
both lanes for Mohamed. Now he pressures the right-hand side.
Let's get Alexander.
And Valkyrie doing a great job cleaning up that Royal Ghost evolution. The question is, Rich, a lot of times when we talk about going to the skies, going with Lava Hound, there has to be a moment where you sacrifice damage or a tower usually to get your lava on the board, or you have to make your opponent make mistakes elixir-wise so you get the advantage. As you can see right now, only about 1 elixir up and a couple thousand HP down.
Yeah, that's a really tough one. And now that we know that it's going to be no spell, no big spell, obviously you have to contend with the vines.
Yep.
But if you can keep that flying machine, stack a couple flying machines, start abusing them.
And
the Goblins on tower. Evo Zap has to come down defensively there. Zappy's stunning, gonna get a double on the left-hand side.
Good game, Mo.
And the crowd can feel it.
Good game, Mo. You just won 200 bands.
Dark Goblin to snipe, just in range.
Congrats,
and the
Mo.
vines, and Mo knows. You can see it on his face.
Literally not even struggling.
Greatness. The spell power. There's no way to deal with the Zappies and with the Dark Goblin. And the barrel goes in. Mo's got his hands on his head.
Bro is smiling. Holy aura.
We're in sudden death overtime. Sub hanging on by a thread.
112 HP separates Mohamed Light from being the first ever 3-time.
Yo, this dude's playing with him, bro. Like he's going other lane now. Wow. Yo, this guy.
And the vines comes in cycled on the left-hand side. 36 HP.
Mo's just playing with him, bro. Dude, sub.
And here we go. That is gonna be it. Vines hit. Mohamed Light, 3-time world champion.
He's been the best in the game for years.
Wow.
But now it's
Mo
undisputed.
fucking won.
The reigning back-to-back.
Easiest 200 bands in this dude's life. How the hell did he go 6-0? Bro, losing 6 times and not winning once is crazy. Yeah, Sub's finna tilt 200 medals tonight on the ladder.
Like I don't believe so.
Is that his coach?
That man right there is 1 in a billion. Him and Allen. So much work over the years.
Yo, his coach is so happy because he's getting a 50% cut. You already know.
He does it.
He's getting a cut of that earning.
Let's go down to the floor and hear from your world champion.
Ladies and gentlemen,
guys, he wins
what
$200,000.
a moment we have just witnessed. Oh my goodness. This is the most dominant world finals, grand finals that we have ever seen. One more time, I want to hear in the crowd, give it up for Mohamed Light.
Yeah. Guys, feel free to drop a follow if you haven't already. It means a lot to me that y'all are here with this watch party.
In the lower bracket finals, 3-0 in the reset of the bracket finals. Fantastic job.
The guy named me with the
world
follow.
champ, Mohamed Light, take your crown.
That shit is not gonna fit on his head.
Lift it up. Show the world.
All right. Yo, W frickin' Mo. Yo, W frickin' Mo. That shit's a necklace, man. Holy aura.
One more time for the greatest of all time, 3-time world champion, Mo Light.
Like, bro, we knew it though, right?
Mohamed Light, you've been called the greatest player in the game for years. Now there's no arguing. 3 titles, 2 back-to-back. What does it feel like to be truly the undisputed greatest player in the history of Clash Royale?
I'm hungry right now, so I want to eat.
I'm
Mama's
hungry.
got food for you down there.
All right, this dude has ready.
Maybe you can buy
yo,
dinner
Mo.
tonight. You've crossed the $1 million
What the
line
hell?
in
What
mobile
kind of
esports.
aura
We
is
talked
that?
about that a lot, but more so, I want to know the decks, the play. You guys were unbreakable. Rich called you Thanos up on the desk. Talk to me about picking the decks and the plays in the grand finals. He could never break through.
This is something that me and Alan worked throughout the year, where, for example, I would solo practice against other pro players. So I would basically pick my own decks and also play, you know. So I practiced a lot and I worked really hard on the deck picking aspect of things, and I'm very proud that it paid off, especially in this final.
Was there any moment where, after Sub sent you to the lower bracket yesterday, that coming into the grand finals against Sub, were you hoping maybe it was Pedro, or were you wondering if maybe Sub had your number after what happened yesterday?
No, the only reason he beat me was because I was hungry.
But you're hungry right now! You've been working with Alan for a couple years now. Talk to me about what this coaching relationship means to you.
dude.
Well, I love Alan. He's an amazing coach. He
Oh my
helped
gosh.
me practice a lot, and he taught me everything he knew pretty much, so we can succeed together. Similarly to Julesy last year, same method, and it worked twice in a row for me. So I'm very grateful for both Julesy and Alan for their great work with me.
The greatest of all time, and his coach Alan, 3-time world champion Mo Light.
I mean, like, I don't know. Like, are we surprised, chat? Like, come on.
Josh.
Everybody here, we want to say a huge thank you. You have made this the best experience in Clash Royale history.
He's gonna sleep good tonight.
You are the
Wow.
wildest crowd we have ever seen.
Yeah!
On behalf of...
Just want to get final thoughts from our cast and crew here. AC, how you feeling about this incredible weekend?
I mean, come on, the crowd has been incredible. The gameplay has been incredible. This was an amazing weekend.
Anytime you get to be a part of history, it's a great moment in life, and we just witnessed history here on stage. I'm just happy to be here with all of you, and happy to witness the greatest moment in CRL history.
Juicy, final thoughts.
I just want to say, you know, a lot of people have come to me and asked me, what does it take to get on this stage? Use this man as an example. Even though he's been at the top for 2 years, I spectated this man practicing every single day. He is a legend, and he deserves it.
This has been such an amazing event. We're so happy you all could join us, and we're excited to see you again next year. Thank you, everybody! One more time!
Guys, this is some cinema shot.
Thank you, Atlanta!
Absolute cinema, bro.
Random time.
It's time. Wow. Wow, chat. Wow. All right, guys, that's my sign. Next year, I'll be in CRL, chat. Next year I'll be in CRL, okay? Don't worry, don't worry. I'll be up on stage, chat. Alright, guys. Freaking W stream. I'm not gonna watch the outro. But, like, nearly a 3-hour stream. W's. Okay? I do need to go to the gym. I thought it started at 3, guys, but it actually started at 4. Alright? But, yo, thank you for all the freaking donos. Thank you guys for all the follows. Thank you guys for coming out, watching this with me. All right. Peace out. Have a great rest of y'all's freaking day. No, Mike, this is going to be the stream for the day. This is going to be the stream for the day. I'll be back normal time tomorrow. I just had to go live early because of CRL. But, peace out, chat. Have a great y'all's freaking day. I'll see y'all in the next one. Thank you so much for all the donos, all the support, all the love. Thank you guys so freaking much. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out, guys. Same time tomorrow. Later, chat. Peace. Alright, Twitch and YouTube. It's guys, all my socials are in my bio. Which any bio or any platform you're on, it's in my bio. It's like in a link tree. Alright, chat. YT or YouTube and Twitch. I think we got a ton of donos on YouTube. Thank you guys so much, genuinely. And we got a lot of follows on Twitch. Okay? Peace out. Have a great ass freaking day. I'll see y'all. I'll definitely see Twitch tomorrow. I'll try and see YouTube tomorrow. But I'll have to figure something out. But peace out. Have a great ass freaking day. I'll see y'all later. Thank you so much for the